Yo, happy Monday. Let's start the week off right with some boxing talk. Let's get it. Shout out T Hollywood 99 becoming a member to the channel. I appreciate you, homie. Smash that like button, drop a comment, let me know y'all here, man. My attack on all the fanboys continues. Keeping it trill, big man in this motherfucker. Keeping it trill, say ask the folks who come on your panel if you a Tank fanboy. I bet they say yes. I wonder was I a Tank fanboy doing the live stream last week when I went in on Tank Davis fanboys. Oh, they mad. Oh, they mad for no reason because we tell the truth over here. Fanboys only have themselves to blame when their favorite fighter don't get credit. These is just facts, bro. Y'all know we'll back it up with data though. Smash the like button. Oh yeah, and it's part 3. Them belts a lot of y'all love so much, man. Them belts a lot of y'all love so much. You know what boxing keep doing? Boxing keep showing your ass over and over and over and over that them goddamn belts don't matter. Y'all gonna get it one way or the other, man. If I gotta force feed it down your throat, you gonna get it one way or the other, man. If you want to act like a little kid who don't want to eat his green beans and his peas and carrots, I'm going to shove the truth down your throat until you eat it. It's okay. Once we prove our 2 main points, we will be dropping the link. And it is a smoky environment. And I ain't talking about no panel shit. If you want to set up a debate on the TKO debate series, we got plenty of people that'll oblige. And at the top of that list is me. If you don't like what I say, if you don't like my stance, if you don't like where I'm coming from, knockoutboxing86 at yahoo.com is the email. Or you can hit the link and we can set it up. Where my brother G5 Gabe at, man? My D-Town homie, man. Where my bro at, bro? Hey, bro. Where my brother, man? There you go. Drop that intro on their head, man.
KO debate series. We lit tonight. Y'all come through, man. Y'all know how we gonna show up and show out. See y'all all in the building.
Hey, man, shout out to everybody in the building real quick, man. Shout out D1. I don't know what it is, y'all, but if a new member join and they ain't never been a member before, StreamYard catches it. But if you've been a member and you rejoin up, I don't see it on StreamYard, but y'all know we got multiple screens up. We multitasking. But I can see the shit on motherfucking YouTube. So I can't pin it. I can't place it up there, man. But what I can say is my brother D1, he say, real tank fan here, May 20th winner. That's it. I 1,000,000,000% agree wholeheartedly with the content of that comment. Yeah. I agree with the content of that comment. Smash the like button as you get in the building. You know what I mean? Smash the like button as you get in the building, and let's talk some boxing tonight. Let me see who we got here. Then we getting straight to it. I got two main topics. I got two main points I want to prove tonight. Then once I get done talking my shit, we will drop the link for anybody to come join and talk this boxing with us. But we got iKarma always in the building. We got H Entertainment 19 in the building. We got Prolific 1 in the building. He say, oh, hell no. Trust me, bro. This is for fanboy. If you ain't a fanboy, you good. If you ain't a fanboy, you good. We're gonna weed out the fan mans from the fanboys. The fan mans hold they fighter accountable. The fanboys will not receive this message. Instead, they will take offense to it because they feel like you're going in on their favorite fighter when I'm just telling the truth up here, man. All right? So you safe, bro. You safe. As long as now, if you're a fanboy Prolific, then you might have some issues. We got Keeping It Real. He in the building. He said, you a tank fanboy. Would love for you to hit that link when we drop it. JD in the building. D1, Gertz, Daryl Deloach, Young Dog 2022, Josh Sanders, No Evidence. Shout out again to T Hollywood becoming a member to the channel. My co-host, my homie, my OG, KQKC Boxing Network in the building. What up with it, OG? We got Right Side in the building. What's happening with it? My brother, Right Side, is up in this thing. I believe he may be going live after me. We'll double check. I'm sure he'll hit the link and he'll let y'all know. Big Block, what up with it? Salute to you. Gertz, what's up? G Parker, straight out of H-Town in the building. Big Ray, my homie, what up? Joseph Curtis, 817, my other Dallas, Texas brother. What up, 817? I see you, brother. Kevin Abbensets in the building. What's good with it? Mastermind 96. Brian King, B Falcone, what up? Devin Sonier, what up, bro? Michael Ray, what's happening with you, bro? Rodzilla Jones, what's up with it, Rodzilla? A1, my brother, I still holding on to that bet for y'all, man. I'm still holding on to that bet for y'all, A1. I hope you win, because A1 the only one said that if he win, I get a percentage. The rest of y'all didn't tell me that, so I'm rooting for him. I hope he beat all y'all ass, because he willing to cut a brother in on it. You know what I mean? If y'all want me to remain neutral and not root for A1, then you need to cut me in too if you win. Shit, I'm just saying, bro. You know how hard it is looking at that money y'all got and just holding on to that shit, man. But to make no mistakes about it, I'm a real make no mistakes about it. I am probably one of the realest. We got a cash app, right? We got a cash app, but hey, we got a cash. Let me make. Yeah. We got a cash app of $5, but yeah, I'm holding on strong for my bro. Hold on, the glare went. Where the glare? How we get rid of the glare, bro? That oh. Hold on, maybe like that. That it now. That's some weird shit, bro. Yo, that's some weird shit. Yo, that's maybe. Oh, it's the screen protector around this month. Long story short, I got y'all, bro, and I got a cash app too. Shout out my brother Jay Reedy in the cash app says, "Keep being great." I'm gonna try to, bro. I'm gonna try to. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I need a fee. You know what I'm saying? I need a fee. 817. That's all I'm saying, bro. Cash Crypto, what up, man? What up? Who else here? DJ7 for life in the building. What up? Blue Era Grassroots. I'm gonna go a little fast, y'all. We want to get to the cooking. Omega Red, what's up with it, bro? D Free, my brother in the building. Anthony McCowan. The belts will always matter, and I'm a boxing fan. Fanboys only want their friends and favorites to win. I want to see the best fights, period. That ain't got shit to do with belts. I'm gonna explain to you what I mean and why I take the stance that I take. Never fear. Logic is here. Yeah, I am. Listen, bro. Listen. You came up on the panel last time, Rollo. You came up on the panel last time, and I appreciate that, Rollo. But Rollo, I've been going through your comments, Rollo. I've been going through your comments, and you challenged me a lot, bro. You challenged me a lot. Now you hit the link last week, and I appreciate that. But you challenged my takes. You challenged me a lot, Rollo. So what I would like to know in front of all the people, in front of 100 people that's in the building so far, can we get it popping on the debate or not, bro? Like, cause you all like you cool as hell, Rollo. Like you cool as hell. You know your boxing. You know what I mean? You believe what you say, and but you challenge me a lot. And when I feel challenged, bro, I become more competitive. When I feel challenged in a certain way, it makes me want to rise to that challenge. So what I'm asking, bro, brother Huey, what up? What I'm asking, bro, is can we just get it? We can get it popping, bro. Can we just get it popping in the debate? Cause see, when you say never fear logic is here, you talking about yourself, and you talking about like I'm illogical or something. And you don't never agree with me. So I think it'll make a great debate. You know what I mean? I'm here for it. I'm here and I'm ready. Okay. So we gonna set it up. We gonna do it this week. It's an open panel tonight. But I ain't talking about no open panel shit. We gonna go one-on-one. We're gonna have a moderator. We're gonna have some judges. You can pick all the questions. You know where I stand on a lot of shit. You pick all the questions that you disagree with, and we'll get it popping. We can do Wednesday at 8:30, or we can do Thursday at 8:30. You pick. You let me know. We'll get that squared away tonight. We got life for life film and music. We got who else we got, bro? It jumped on me. We got Jose Diaz in the building. I'm just scrolling through these, y'all. It's William Old School in the building, but I'm gonna acknowledge all y'all. We got Edgar Chavez. We got Drug Free. Who else? Truth Speaks. What up, homie? OG Mr. Money in the building. What up, OG? Miss Just Do in the building. Anthony Chulo, you know what up? Thoroughbred Boxing. What up? Let me see here. Marquis, what's good with you? Dominic, what up? I think that's. He said he got number facts. All right, we gonna set it up, bro. Jay Nori, what up? Schizo Power, what up, bro? And I think that is about. I don't know. Jones 23, what up? And then Philly Bull 91, what's up? Bruce Gas, what up, OG? Bruce Gas in the building. What up, Bruce? Brother Kiwi, what's up again? Yeah, get the likes to 100. I got 100. I got 99 people in the building with 76 likes. I need them likes to get up. Who? TJ, what up? What up, homie? TJ in the building. What's up with it, bro? Clarence McClain, what up? Miss Joette, what up? And Sean T, what's up? Puerto Rican Rum, I see you. And that is Andrew Gray, what up? All right, let's get to it, bro. Hey, yo, that's Simply Peach. And you know we rep the Cowboys at all times. We rep them boys at all times, but that's Simply Peach. If you ain't had that Simply Peach in your life, bro, get you some of that Simply Peach. I'm telling you, that Simply Peach is on another level, bro. That Simply Peach is on another level. So let's get straight to it, right? Two main things we want to speak on today. Teach, what up? Number one, you fanboys. The best dad ever. What up, homie? You fanboys are the reason that your favorite fighter does not get the respect that you believe he deserves. You are the reason that he doesn't get the credit that you think he deserves. No, bro. That's a Simply, bro. Like the Simply lemonades and shit. Nah, ain't no wine, bro. That's some juice. That shit fire, bro. All right, so that's the point we want to prove. You fanboys are the reasons that their fighters do not get the credit that they think they deserve. Right? We're going to talk about that today. Then we're going to continue to prove the point of them fucking belts that y'all love so much that you argue about with me up and goddamn down every time, bro. We started a whole the belts don't matter movement on YouTube. I gave my opinion. I let y'all know why the belts don't matter to me. I fucking gave you nothing but fact after fact after fact. And since then, it's been live stream after video trying to discredit my shit, right? And say why the belts do matter, all right? Now, The thing that you have going against you if you were in that camp is that boxing continues to prove me right. They continue to prove me right, bro. Y'all will feel it in a minute, though. You'll feel it in a minute, but let's get straight to it. So, the reason that your fighter doesn't get his favor, his credit or his just due is because all fanboys do is discredit every single fighter in their favorite fighter's division to try to amplify their fighter's stature in the sport. Hope I ain't lose y'all. The reason that your favorite fighter do not get the respect or the credit or the just due, whatever acronym, whatever word you're looking for, the reason that they don't think whatever they don't get whatever it is you think they deserve is because you spend your time discrediting everyone around them to uplift your favorite fighter if you're a fanboy. We only talking to fanboys. Case in point. Shout out my brother shout out Tony for in the CashApp. He says, for we gents built different. We millennials, bro. Yeah, bro. This new shit. Keyshawn Davis out here bullshitting on that Gen Z, whatever he is, man. Dang father, what up, homie? Shout out my brother John Bowie in the $5 with the super chat. Says shout out Big Ray, William, and T. Shout out to you, John Bowie. Appreciate you, bro. So that right there. So let's prove that point that we're trying to make. Again, bro. Your favorite fighter doesn't get the credit that they deserve because you spend your time discrediting everyone in their division. Case in point. I heard this. Let me know if you've heard this before. Have you ever heard the term, right? Have you ever heard the term Loma Stanko? If you heard that before, put 100 in the chat. If you ever heard the term Loma Stanko in reference to Vasily Lomachenko, put 100 in the chat. Let's start right there. Okay? Have you heard Loma Stanko? Got a lot of hundreds. Got a lot of hundreds in this motherfucker. Shout out John Bowie again with the $5 in super chat. Says Marquis. Salute, man. Salute to you. I appreciate you, John Bowie. All right. Now, who came up with that term? Was it Tank Davis fans? Was it Shakur Stevenson fans? Or was it Devin Haney fans? Put the first name of the fighter in the chat. Who came up with the term Loma Stanko? Was it Devin Haney fans? Was it Tank Davis fans? Or was it Shakur Stevenson fans? It's not the question that I asked, thank Father. Answer the question, good brother. Answer the question. Just answer the question, man. Right side says Tank fans. You a goddamn lie. You a damn lie, man. All right, cool. I got another question, bro. Have you ever heard Vasily Lomachenko been called a hype job? Have you ever heard anyone call Vasily Lomachenko a hype job? Okay, all right. I'm just laying the land. Shout out to John Bowie again with that $5 in super chat. Says Zenith, Rodzilla. He just speaking to y'all and dropping super chats. I appreciate you, bro. All right, so I'm saying all of that, bro. And I'm saying this for this particular reason. It's Here's another. Hold up. Because I'm thinking of these as I go because we nice with it, right? What about Devin Haney needs to be on the pound for pound list because he's undisputed and they need to take Lomachenko off that motherfucker because he lost. Have you heard that? I've heard that shit so much. Heard that a million times. When Devin got that goddamn undisputed title from George Kambosos last summer, all I heard, bro, and I agree with it, by the way, but all I heard, fam. What up, BF? I see you, bro. Hey, we need to have Devin Haney on the pound for pound list over Vasily Lomachenko. Take Loma ass off. Devin need to be on there because he undisputed. But when you do shit like what we just named, when you call the man Loma Stanko, when you say that the man is a hype job, when you say that he needs to be removed from the pound for pound list for your favorite fighter, when you say these things, don't be surprised when it comes time for your favorite fighter to fight the fighter that you've been discrediting. Do not be surprised when he doesn't get the credit that you think he deserves, when he don't get the respect that you think he deserved. DJ 7 for life with the $3 in super chat says, give them the receipts, knockout. That's all we do over here, bro. That's all we do. So that's Loma. So now what I'm hearing is, oh man, they took Loma off the pound for pound list because he fighting Devin. I mean, but y'all wanted him off the pound for pound list for Devin. But now you mad that he off? Now Loma's a 3-division champion. Now Loma is a potential Hall of Famer. He was all these things when you were calling him Loma Stanko. He was all these things when he was being called a hype job. He was all of those same things. He didn't all of a sudden just become a 3-division former unified champion. He was those things when you were trying to discredit him. But now that your guy's fighting him, right? You want him to you want to give him his credit. You want to have him, you want to show respect to him all of a sudden. You showed the man no respect when he wasn't fighting your favorite fighter. Ain't it funny how that shit worked? What up, Kyle? My homie from the boxing session. Salute, bro. But that's not the only example that we have. Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos were called ducks. They were called trash. They were called garbage. They were called cowards. They were called all of that shit because Teofimo ducked Devin Haney and because George Kambosos was looking like he was about to duck Devin too. He was a B-level, C-level fighter. He wasn't undisputed. He was a fraud. He was all of these things, bro. He was all of that shit. That's a lie, dang father. You know you can hit the link as always, good brother. That's a lie, bro. It was not. It was not, bro. But check it though, right? So George Kambosos, now all of a sudden, I got you, not me. We're gonna get to the belts in a minute. We on this right now, though. Now George Kambosos, all of a sudden, is a damn man who beat the man. So now Teofimo was the man. You see how this shit worked? So George Kambosos, this is what I hear. He was the man. So he the man who beat the man, who's Teofimo, who beat the man who was Vasily Lomachenko. So now Lomachenko ain't Loma Stinko no more. Now Lomachenko is not motherfucking who he ain't. He ain't a motherfucking hype job no more. Now all of a sudden Lomachenko was the man. Then Teofimo, he ain't garbage no more. He ain't trash no more. He ain't a rat. He ain't none of that shit no more. Now all of a sudden he was the man too. And now George Kambosos, he was the man too. But until they fought Devin, they was all trash. They was all garbage. They was all hype jobs. They was all just there and they wasn't shit. They ain't shit. So now, when your favorite fighter beats Kambosos, now when your favorite fighter is getting in the ring with Loma, now when he's doing that, you don't understand why people aren't like, yo, this shit is going to be legendary. Yo, this shit right here is going to be the best and biggest fight that we've seen. Like you 180 in that shit. RBZ, what up? You doing a complete 180. You just called this fighter trash. You just called this fighter garbage. You just said this fighter was a hype job, but now he ain't a hype job no more. You set yourself up with your words to where your favorite fighter better dominate. You set yourself up with your words to where your favorite fighter better watch him. Yeah. I remember Tank Davis couldn't do shit to Gamboa on one leg. Gamboa had one leg. Devin would box circles around him. Gamboa was doing this with Tank. Gamboa was doing that with Tank. If he get in there with Devin, Devin gonna do this to him. Well, he got in there with Devin, and Devin 12 zipped him, and y'all wanted him to get credit for that shit. Devin was holding a lot. A lot of people weren't enthusiastic about the performance that he put on. When it come to Devin, we want him to have his respect. When it come to other fighters, they don't get that same respect, bro. They don't get that shit. Loma's win against Jorge Linares. I remember this shit like yesterday. Oh, he got dropped by Linares. And Linares ain't even that good. What, Linares got knocked out a few times and Loma struggled with him like that? That's why Loma ducked Devin. Yeah, that's why Loma ducked Devin. Because you see how he struggled with Linares. And Linares ain't even that good. So what if Loma knocked out Linares? Linares still dropped him, and Linares was not that good. And that's why Loma, he's slipping. Loma old, he can't see Devin. Didn't give Loma no credit for Linares, but as soon as your favorite fighter fight that man who got knocked out 4-5 times before him, now all of a sudden we remember that Linares is a multiple division champion. Damn. Now all of a sudden we remember that Linares actually can fight. It's like with fanboys, and again, I ain't talking to the fans. This is for the fanboys. It's like with some fanboys, bro. It's like fighters can't fight until they fight your guy. Like you don't give no fighter no credit till they fight your guy. But when you do that bullshit, just know it's going to come back to bite you because your fighter could end up fighting the same people you've been spending your whole time discrediting around this motherfucker, man. You spend your whole time, motherfuckers is mad. Yo, why, man? Look, people need to be talking about Devin and Loma and giving Loma his praise like Devin is going in there with a Hall of Famer. Devin is laying it all on the line. Devin is doing this. Devin is doing that. I agree, but I wasn't calling Loma a hype job. I agree, but I wasn't calling him Loma Stanko. I agree, but I recognize that he was a 3-division champion. I agree with all of that shit, but you can't say that when you've been saying all this other shit for years, bro. It don't work like that. People ain't just gonna forget this shit, man. People ain't just gonna forget the shit that you've been saying about a fighter, and now all of a sudden you want to give that shit his motherfucking, you want to give him his respect. He older than he was when y'all were calling his ass old. When y'all was saying he was washed up, he more washed up than he was when y'all was calling him washed up. Y'all been saying this shit about this man since 2019. 2020, what shit? It's 2023, bro. Just saying, bro. Seen and unseen boxing. What up? This is why your fighter don't get the respect that you think he deserves, because you be on that fanboy shit, bro. Straight up, it's just what it is, bro. If you become more of a fan and you say, hey, look, I think my fighter wash all of them. But yeah, he good. Yeah, he good. He deserve his credit for this. He deserve his credit for that. It don't look stupid. It don't look suspect. It don't look shaky when you try to give him the respect when he fighting your fighter, because you've been giving him the respect the whole time leading up to the shit. Yeah, he did. And he treated him like that, dang. Yeah, he did. And he treated him like that. I'm not even talking about the fighters, because I could get on to Devin for saying I never lose to a white boy in my life and talking this shit, but that's what he supposed to do. That's what he supposed to do. This ain't about the fighters. Fighters supposed to talk their shit. If a fighter get up there and call everybody trash, I'm with it. So if Devin is calling saying Tank garbage, Tank calling Ryan an IG model, Ryan saying that he gonna knock Tank big ass head off his shoulders, all that shit, 100% do your shit. You a fighter. We talking to the fanboys though, dang. We talking to the fanboys though, bro. The ones that's pounding the motherfucking table. Give Devin his respect. Well, you didn't respect his opponent until he got ready to fight him. You didn't have no respect for Loma. Keep it 100 with me. Keep it a buck with me. You've been discrediting Loma for years, bro. You've been calling him a hype job for years. You've been calling him a duck for years. You made up a derogatory, fucked up, messed up name to disrespect that man. For years you did that shit. Now we wanna forget all that shit and give him credit. Now he good. That means you knew he was good the whole goddamn time. Now he a Hall of Famer. He a Hall of Famer, win, lose, or draw this fight. Why weren't you calling him a Hall of Famer when he was stepping on Nakatani? Yeah. Why didn't you call him a Hall of Famer when he was stepping on Comey? Why didn't you call him a Hall of Famer when he stepped on Rick and DL? You didn't call him a Hall of Famer when he stepped on this fighter, that fighter. All I heard was fucking overrated, bro. Smoke, what up, homie? It's all I heard. Over and over and over and over and over again. Now all I hear over and over again, man, you know, Loma, you gotta give respect for that. Well, I will, but you shouldn't. Because just like I said, Ryan Garcia was trash. Tank did what he supposed to do. I still need you to see Devin. Y'all been calling Loma trash, so when Devin watched him, he did what he supposed to do. Don't all of a sudden catch the motherfucking Lomachenko around this motherfucker. Now you the biggest Lomachenko support. Well, you know shit. You know Loma shit. Loma did beat Gary Russell. Now you remember his resume and shit. Loma did beat Gary Russell and shit. What he did to Nicholas Walters. Remember he was no Maschenko and shit. Man, and Devin watched his ass. Don't do that shit now. Do not do that shit now, bro. Don't do that shit. I know. Nope. If you were discrediting that man, keep that same goddamn energy, bro. Don't try to big up him because your favorite fighter fighting him. That shit weak. That shit weak. That won't fly over here. That's a no-fly zone over here for that bullshit. Now we off of that. And we on to something else. Terence Bud Crawford. Terence Bud Crawford. Fanboys. Let me holler at y'all. Because I know you in here. Hit my like button and shit. I know you in here. Hit my like button and shit. You feel me? Look, bro. Your fighter never get credit because number one, he a duck. He a duck. Like, that's first and foremost. He a duck. But let me tell you why he don't get the credit. And let me let you know your fanboy part that you play in that shit. Let me talk to you about your fanboy shit you got going on right now. Let me holler at y'all real quick, right? I listened to Terence Crawford fans talk about Kell Brook already had a broke motherfucking eye when he fought Earl Spence. I watched Terence Bud Crawford fans talk about how Kell Brook had jumped up to 160 and jumped back down to 147, and that fucked up his whole body and all that shit. I watched the shit, bro. I watched that shit. Then I watched the same fans when Kell Brook got ready to fight Bud Crawford. All of a sudden, Kell Brook was a champion. He was on a winning streak. He was a worthy opponent. His eye had completely healed up. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. Didn't he have 2 broke eyes when he fought Bud Crawford? Wasn't he like 2 or 3 years older when he fought Bud Crawford? Had he not fought in the weight class in like 3 years when he fought Bud Crawford? So when you spend your time trying to discredit Kell Brook all those years, but then turn around when your mans fight him. What up, Franktown Gaming? When your mans finally fight that fighter, now you remember how good that fighter was. Well, wasn't he better when Earl fight him because he was younger and he was coming off of 1 injury and he was only out of the weight class for 1 fight, not for 3 years? Again, your fanboy shit gone wrong. Tone Lock says I'm a Bud hater. Real quick, name a lie I just told. Real quick, Tone Lock. Name the lie. So, name a lie. Then I remember going along this same subject. I remember that Sean Porter was trash. He was a football player. He had no boxing skills. He already lost. And Earl was fighting him to duck Bud. That's what y'all told me. That's what y'all said. Okay? That's what y'all said. Rick 10, what up, homie? We not doing this bullshit. Now, everybody heard me for the ones watching the playback. Everybody heard me for the ones that's in the building. I asked Tone Lock. He said, I know a Bud hater when I see one. When Bud stopped EJ, don't call him great. Say he's still beating cab driver. I said, hey, Tone Lock, homie. Tell me what lie I just told so I can correct myself from the lie that I just told. His response to my question was, Bud gets the utmost respect from his peers. That's what's important. This is what just happened there. I asked the man to tell me what lie I told. He said, damn, I can't say that he lying because he's telling the truth. So what he did was he bought his ass to Dallas. He picked up the goalpost from the Dallas Cowboys Stadium, and he drove that motherfucker all the way to Lincoln, Nebraska, and put that bitch where the Nebraska Cornhuskers play football. Took that motherfucker all the way to a completely different state on my ass. Then you type again. Same thing EJ Fanboys did with Peterson. Listen, homie, we can have a conversation. Tone Lock. I ain't calling him Loke. Ain't nothing Loke about him, Smoke. It's Tone Lock. Not calling him Loke. It's Tone Lock. God damn it. Tell me what lie I told, bro. You want my attention. You want my participation. All right? Cool. You got my attention. You said that I'm hating on Bud. The truth cannot be hate. If I'm hating, that means I'm lying. That means I'm capping. That means I'm putting unjust due criticism on that man. So tell me what lie I told. The truth cannot be hate, bro. Stop that shit. Now I continue. Sean Porter, because I'm good with what I do. I know where I'm at. Sean Porter, bro. Sean Porter was called trash, garbage. No one cared that he was a champion. No Terence Crawford fanboys cared that he was coming off a big win. They didn't care that Earl was unifying. They didn't care about none of that. All it was Sean Porter was trash. Fast forward to a year and a half later, then all of a sudden, Sean Porter was a former champion. Sean Porter was a tough opponent. And then when Bud Crawford stopped him, y'all wanted Bud to get all this goddamn credit. You magically forgot all the shit you said about Sean Porter when he was fighting Earl. And you did the shit where you're Denis Ugas too. Denis Ugas was a dog. Denis Ugas could fight. Denis Ugas was the one that Bud Crawford fanboys and Bo Mack, his motherfucking self, said was good. He was a dog. He really beat Sean Porter for real. That's what they said. He really beat Sean Porter. That's what y'all was using on Sean Porter. That's why you gotta be careful, bro. That's why you gotta be careful with somebody like me. Y'all use Ugas to talk about how trash Sean Porter was. Yeah, that one hurt. Yeah, that one right there. That one right there fucked y'all up. When you were discrediting Sean Porter, you said that Ugas was a dog and that he beat Sean Porter for real. And he was one of them ones. Yep, sure did. And that fucked you up. That fucked you up. Because then once Ugas beat Manny ass, and then Earl got in there with him, you forgot all the shit you used to discredit Sean Porter by uplifting Ugas. You forgot all that shit. All that shit just left and just went out your brain. And then Ugas, you remembered that he had 4 losses. You all of a sudden you forgot that you said that you thought that he beat Sean Porter. Now all of a sudden, man, he lost to Sean Porter. He trash. But you said you thought he beat him a couple years ago. That's what you said, bro. How you forget that shit, homie? How you forget that shit all of a sudden, bro? How you forget that shit, man? Fanboying will fuck you up every time. Because here's the thing, bro. These are 2 facts in this shit, man. And these are just facts in life, right? Whether it be on YouTube, boxing, which is the medium, which is the avenue that we're talking right now, basketball, football, track, soccer, fucking shit, badminton, ping pong, keeping the motherfucking fish tank, working on the job. These 2 facts is what fucks y'all up when you do that fanboy shit, right? These 2 facts right here. Fact number one. Everybody can't fucking be trash, bro. I'm gonna say it again. Fact number one. Everybody can't fucking be trash. Because to a fanboy, everyone not named a fighter is trash. But when you make everyone trash, you have to understand that your fighter might have to fight some of that too. And the same people that you call trash, you can't be upset when people use that shit against you and don't want to give your fighter the credit that you think he deserves. That's fact number one, bro. That fucks y'all up. Everybody can't fucking be trash, bro. Fact number one. Fact number two. Everyone in life, but in this boxing shit, Tank Davis, Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, Abdullah Mason, Jesse Bam Rodriguez, Earl Spence, Terence Crawford, Deontay Wilder, and the list goes on and on. Everyone will do something or say something that will be a mistake. Nobody's infallible in this shit. I've come on here and I've said some shit and somebody had to correct me and I said, oh, my bad, bro. I ain't know that shit. Appreciate you. But as a fanboy, you work from a position of your fighter always got to be right. Your fighter always got to be defended. Your fighter ain't never did or said no shit to make you look at him sideways. When you behave that way, when you behave in a way to where your fighter is infallible and can do no wrong, and then you also operate from the stance of everybody else is trash, then you'll never be able to fuck with me on this boxing talk shit. I'm just keeping it 100 with you, bro. You will never be able to fuck with me on no level when it comes to this shit right here that we doing tonight. This boxing talk shit, debating, hopping on panels, being able to hold your own, being able to prove your point. If you a fanboy, bro, you will never be able to fuck with me, bro. Never. Now, Rollo says, what did Devin do wrong? He and his team lied on Tank Davis. They called Tank Davis a duck. Call him a duck. That's wrong because it's not true. That's wrong because it's not true. He allows his father to push false narratives that we all know logically are not true. He himself acts as if the only way that he ever fights anyone is because everyone else ducks him. That's what he does wrong, bro. And what he would be doing wrong if he moves up to 140 is he will have been the biggest clout chaser in the history of boxing, bro. If he moves up to 140 with all the shit that he done talked, if he moves up to 140 after all of the things that he has claimed about other fighters, if he does those things, that's a duck, bro. With the context of the things that he said, you can't call it nothing else, bro. Hopefully that answers your question. Now, last point we got to make, then we'll open up the panel, bro. Anybody disagree with any of that shit, we can debate it. Or you can hop up on the panel. But if you want real smoke where I ain't got 10 people up on this motherfucker, we can debate whatever you want. Y'all know we here for all that shit. And I would just say, real shit, you need to go check out my last one. Because we on a different type of time, bro. Just, if you think you want to challenge me, we moving a lot differently. Just go look at my last one. And if you feel like you ready for that, then come on, because we just scratching the surface, bro. Like I can do this shit all day. These are surface level points. I could dig in and I got fact after fact after fact, point after point after point, and I can really get at y'all if y'all really want this shit. So everybody disagreeing, everybody in the chat, y'all know what's up. Y'all know what we do. TKO debate series. I let you talk, let you cook 10 minutes. Won't interrupt you. I'll go on mute. You know what I'm saying? I'll make sure if you a Devin Haney fan, I guarantee you Devin Haney fans, judges and shit. You know what I'm saying? If you a Terence Crawford fan, I guarantee you Terence Crawford fan, judges and shit. I'll do all that shit for you. I'll do all that shit for you. Every last one of them, bro. Game Time MP says cap. Okay. If I'm capping, set up a debate with me right now, and if I don't show up, if I don't do what I just said I would do, I'll shut down my fucking channel. Yeah. Let's do that. Set up a debate with me on whatever topics you want to talk about. Show up, right? And if I don't keep my word, if I don't do what I said I'm going to do, I will shut my fucking channel down and never go live again, never make no more videos. I don't cap, bro. I do not cap about none of this shit. So let me know. Let me know. Mastermind 96 says never shut down this channel. You know there's no threat of that happening. When I ever ain't stood 10 toes, when I ever ain't did what I said I'm gonna do, bro. Who out there? It's 195 people in here. It's a lot of haters listening. It's a lot of people that low key claim they like me but don't like me that's listening. Who out there in the YouTube universe can ever say they wanted some smoke with KO on some boxing talk and he ain't give it to him? Who? Who? Where he at? Where she at? Who done ever asked for a link and not got it around this motherfucker? Who done ever asked for a debate and not got it around this motherfucker? Like, who? Where they at? Who looking for me that I ain't looking for them? Who looking for me that I ain't say, all right, let's get it cracking? Who? You wild, Truth. You wild, bro. You wild as hell. All right, let's get to the last point so we can drop the link, bro. Let's get to it. Check it, right? Check it, right? The fucking belts. Okay? Listen to me. It's gonna rub some of y'all the wrong way. Like Wifey said, Wifey's in here. Wifey say smash the like button. Wifey say smash the like button. Tell him Miss KO. Tell him Miss KO smash the Liz Ike button. So check it, right? The belts do not fucking matter, bro. And I keep, what up, Ty Swindle? I keep being proven right. I keep being proved right. And team belts matter. Keep getting proved wrong, bro. Y'all keep getting proved wrong. You keep getting proved wrong. Over, what up, Nunu? Over, salute to my homie Nunu, bro. I see you in the building, dog. What's good with you? Over and over and over again, bro. So check it. Everybody want to see the Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol fight, right? Jay Simon, what up, Unc? Bullet Gibson, I see you. Edward Torres, what up? Everybody wants to see the the Beterbiev Bivol fight, right? Or y'all don't want to see that fight? All right. Well, you're not going to get to see that shit, and I'm going to tell you why. Tell you why. The WBC cannot sanction a fight with Bivol in it, says Mauricio Suleiman. That is because of our position with Russia and the war with Ukraine. WBC would not accept that fight. Exactly. They would fight without the WBC belt. So Beterbiev got to drop his belt if he want to fight Bivol. As of today, that is the position of the WBC about that fight. As long as there is no boxing in Ukraine, We will not accept boxing in Russia, at least not sanctioned by the WBC. At this moment, our ruling is that Beterbiev has to fight with his WBC mandatory rival, Callum Smith. All right. So let's click on. Shout out to Terence Trotter with the $5 in super chat. Devin will never be a 140-pound champ. I bet you some people will want to, you know what I'm saying? Some people will want to argue that for sure. Shout out Price Boy 85 with the $5 in super chat. He said, "What you think about Frank versus Tank mandatory? Tank got to fight Devin first. Then that's a great fight. Devin is the play though. Gotta go to Devin first, bro. He done talk too much. Devin done talk too much. Somebody they need to fight, or I need to know who ducking. They need to fight, or I need to find out who the fucking duck or who the clout chaser is. They don't talk too goddamn much, Price Boy. Tank done called the man an email champ. He done said now like 3-4 times. He just said after the Ryan fight, I'ma holler at him after. He got a handle business May 20. I'ma holler at him after. He said I'll fight him next in the heartbeat after doing Ryan. He said tell him I want to fight that shit. Devin. Devin, you know, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that shit, bro. You want? They got Tank versus Frank Martin is very, very good. Oh, the audio. Hold up, cause we on it, bro. Hold on. Let me get this shit right. All right, how we doing? We good? We good? What up, Jay Chestnut? How about now, bro? Let me know. Better. All right, better. All right, we good. Yeah, so, but Price Boy, they got to fight, bro. They got to fight. Devin and Tank. Frank Martin is the mandatory great after that. Bro. But we got to get Devin and Tank first if Devin beats Loma. Matter of fact, I got to stop disrespecting Loma. Devin versus Loma winner. Got to fight Tank, bro. Or Tank got to fight them. That's who we got to go after first. All right. But back to what I was saying, right? So we see that shit from Mauricio Suleiman. And shout out, I got another super chat from my brother Rozilla. Let me run this real quick. Shout out Rozilla with the $5 in super chat. Says, bro, them belts gonna play a big part of Tank legacy. Cass Braun is better than Bean because of MVPs. Trophies these young dudes, arguments these days. Check it though. Just to respond to your super chat, then I'll make my point. Then we'll get up here and cook, right? Look at the system that LeBron and Kobe Bryant are in, though. That's why that comparison don't matter, Rozilla. Like, when LeBron and Kobe, when you talk about they trophies, they championships, they MVPs, you know what I'm saying? They scoring titles. You know what you know? You know that they had to go against the best to get that shit. You know that LeBron and Kobe and MJ, they couldn't pick and choose. They had to play against whoever won that motherfucker. Whoever won, I don't give a fuck if the motherfucking Milwaukee Bucks ain't as popular as the motherfucking Boston Celtics. If the motherfucking Boston Celtics lose to the Milwaukee Bucks, you gotta play Milwaukee. Nobody cares that LeBron might do better for your ratings than if Steph Curry makes it to the Western Conference Finals. If Steph Curry and them beat LeBron, Steph Curry and them going to the motherfucking finals, bro. Or the Western Conference Finals. Don't nobody care that you want to see Steph versus Kevin Durant. Don't nobody care if you want to see LA versus Phoenix. If Jokic and Denver put it on their ass, guess what? You gonna have to go against them. So to compare the belts in boxing to the trophies and championships and accolades and accomplishments and rewards that you get in a sport like the NBA, that's disrespectful to the NBA. That's disrespectful to the NBA, bro. You got one example, True Speaks. That shit was dirty. And what they do, got them the fuck up out of there. It's people 100 times as dirty as him, True Speaks, that's still in boxing today and been around for 30, 40, 50 years. It ain't the same shit, man. It ain't the same, bro. Shout out Joseph Curtis with the $10 in the super chat. Team belts matter here, KO. Team belts matter. I should hashtag that shit. You see anybody hashtagging that shit? Tell them to give me my 2%, goddammit. Like I told the singing OG, Tank is allergic to leather. Everyone needs to get off his back about it. Damn, nah. We don't need, like, people shouldn't be on Tank's back about belts. You should be on Tank's back to fight the fights that we want to see. Face of boxing, young man. Congratulations. $100 million worth of pay-per-view buys. Congratulations. I spent some money on you. You feel me? Yeah. Congratulations, bro. $20 million live gate. Congratulations, bro. We don't need to get off of his back about the belts. Hell, we shouldn't even be on his back about the belts. We got to stay and hold him and Devin and Shakur and Frank Martin and all these young guys coming up behind, and we got to hold them accountable to fight each other. You say you a bad motherfucker. You say you a bad motherfucker. You claim you want to fight him. You claim you want to fight him. All right, stop talking. Let's get this shit cracked. Stop talking. Let's get this shit cracked. So check it, right? Todd French with the $5 in super chat says, WBC full of crap. Didn't they allow Canelo and Bivol to fight though? Oh, we getting there, Todd French. We getting there. Also, Undisputed is the great accomplishment. It can't be done without belts, LOL. Undisputed is a great accomplishment, but it doesn't mean what it used to mean. But let me get to my point because I want to drop the link for y'all, right? I brought up the Beterbiev and Bivol thing, right? Just so we can have a conversation. So I can let y'all know where I'm coming from. So Bivol is not being given an opportunity to fight for Undisputed because of who his parents is. Because of where he from. If Bivol, I don't know how many countries there are in this great world. Shout out to Tony with the $1 in the super chat, says we millennials, bro. And shout out to my brother Paul Carrick Sr. in the Cash App, says for appreciate the work, right? He don't get to choose his parents. But he's being robbed of an opportunity by Mauricio Suleiman, all because he's from Russia. Artur Beterbiev is from Russia also. So why are you willing to sanction Artur Beterbiev's fights, but not Dmitry Bivol's fights? Right? Secondly, you're the same Mauricio Suleiman that allowed Oscar Valdez to cheat. What up, Dre's Finest? You allowed him to cheat. The man took phentermine and told the world that it was herbal tea. Now, I ain't no scientist or no shit, but I'm pretty smart. And I know that phentermine is a man-made substance. What up, Quee? And I know that herbal tea is a natural substance. How do you get a man-made substance into a natural substance? You got to put it in that motherfucker. So, with that being said, he allowed him to fight. And he allowed him to fight because of his heritage, because of where his ancestors was from. So he allowed a cheater to cheat and still fight. He changed his entire rules for that man. Changed his entire rules for that man. So that he can defend his belt and so that he can stay champion. They went from Vada to Wada, all because of where our Oscar Valdez is from, his parents are from, his heritage, his lineage. So they allow cheaters based on where they're from, but if you don't cheat, we won't allow you based on where you're from. They reinstated Conor Benn because Eddie Hearn was willing to give him a big-ass lump sum of money to put his ass back in the ranking. And said that he tested positive for those illegal substances because he consumed, and I quote, too many fucking eggs. This is the same Mauricio Suleiman that is unwilling to sanction the fight between Beterbiev and Bivol. So you guys know all of this. You know these things. Keep in mind that the same Mauricio Suleiman created a belt for a guy that is fighting this weekend who also cheated to allow Canelo to not have mandatories. So he picks and chooses who has mandatories and who doesn't. He allows cheaters to prosper. Yeah. He takes someone who has done nothing but hold the sport and uplift it. And Dimitri Bivol never popped dirty. By all accounts, he a good dude. He worked hard. Never did that. Is he? I'm just like, is he punishing Bivol because he beat Canelo? I don't know, bro. I don't know. All I know is Dimitri Bivol never popped dirty, and he can't fight for undisputed because he's from Russia. But Oscar Valdez can pop dirty because he got Mexican descent. Canelo Alvarez can pop dirty because he's from Mexican descent and he bring big money to the table. Conor Ben can pop dirty because he's Mexican descent as well. I mean, I'm sorry, he got money behind him as well. The same guy that made all those decisions is the same motherfucker that is in charge of the rankings. He's the same motherfucker that's in charge of who gets a title shot. He's the same motherfucker that allowed Lomachenko to be franchised so Devin Haney didn't get his opportunity. He's the same person that did all of that shit. And we bring it full circle. Like we do with all our points. He did all of this shit. And y'all want to sit in my chat. You want to sit in my comment section. You want to hop on my panel. I'm sure some of you will do it now. And you want to tell me that his fucking belt is supposed to matter to me? That guy's belt? And you call yourself a boxing fan and shit? Crazy, bro. Crazy. You guys will watch people get opportunities that they don't deserve and complain about it. You'll watch people cheat and still be able to fight, and people not cheat and not be able to fight. You'll watch mandatories get called extremely fucking quick on some fighters when other fighters seem to never have fucking mandatories. You'll watch the sanctioning bodies be used and manipulated and maneuvered in a way that's favorable to certain promotional companies and shit. You know, listening to my voice, that the WBO does exactly what the fuck Bob Arum wants them to do. You know, listening to my voice, that the WBA is going to do what fucking Al Heyman asked them to do. You know, listening to my voice, that the IBF rankings go to the higher fucking bidder. You know that shit. You know that the WBC, if your last name, if you are from this country right beneath me in Texas, this country right beneath Texas, if you from that motherfucker, and your last name Lopez, Gutierrez, Sanchez, Marquez, Chavez, you know goddamn well that they doing all of that shit, and then you'll still turn around and give merit to the shit that they pass out. You'll give merit and you'll give credit to the shit that they pass out. Man, fuck what they pass out. We know who the best is, bro. We rank fighters by listening to the people that really love this shit. Not me. Like, I ain't saying I'm the best, but y'all know I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I ain't saying I'm the best doing this shit, but y'all know I'm gonna run around this motherfucker and I'm gonna tell you that these fighters should fight each other, regardless of who it is. It's Tank Davis fans pissed off at me right now because I want them to fight Devin. Listen to it ain't gotta be me, bro. Listen to like-minded motherfuckers like me that's gonna tell you some real shit. All this real shit people claim to be, all this shit that people claim about loving the sport. Man, listen, bro, listen. Don't complain about sanctioning bodies no more. If you think that these belts mean something to you and you hold them in such a high fucking regard, I don't want to hear shit about no corruption, bro. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear, bro, because you killing your own argument, bro. You cutting your hand off to spite your motherfucking face. That's what you doing and you don't even know it, bro. And y'all know I'm right. You know I'm right. You just don't like it. But you know I'm right, bro. You know this shit hidden. This that, you know what I'm saying? This that good shit put you to sleep real quick if you smoke it, man. Y'all know this shit hidden. You know it is, bro. You 100% know that these people running around this shit doing that. Doing that shit. But then you give merit to the shit that they hand out to you. And I'm talking to fighters, fans, and all that shit. Motherfucker can do you dirty. Motherfucker can rob you out of opportunities. Motherfucker can not give you the shit that you deserve as a mandatory. They can do all of that shit. And then as soon as you get a motherfucking belt around your waist, you start thanking the motherfucker. As soon as you get a belt around your waist, you start wearing motherfuckers t-shirts and shit. WBC t-shirt. IBF t-shirt. All that shit. Motherfuckers talk shit about champions and shit, bro. Watch y'all talk shit about champions every motherfucking day. Then let your favorite fighter get a belt. Oh shit, he a champion. He a champion. You ain't give a fuck about the champion before him. Oh, that belt matter now, huh? You ain't give a fuck about the dude before him. The dude before him was trash. He had the same goddamn belt. Matter of fact, he did more to get that motherfucker. All right, bro. All right. Rodzilla with the $2 in the super chat says, Ring told Dale, fuck it, send it back. And he should have. All right. Ty French says, but isn't that the beauty of it all? That if you overcome the BS and become undisputed is what makes it bittersweet? Dev is proof of that. He got his shit, bro. He is proof that he overcame a lot of shit that he shouldn't have had to overcome to get that undisputed title. But because of what he had to overcome, that shit don't mean shit. That's why the Loma fight is bigger than anything he ever had, bro. That's why the Tank fight will be bigger than everything that he ever had. And he gains no belts from fighting Loma. He gains no belts from fighting motherfucking Tank. If he would have said fuck them belts and got the Loma fight, or said fuck them belts and got the Tank fight, that shit is bigger than undisputed, bro. Them fucking belts don't matter, bro. The motherfuckers don't matter, bro. Whenever you want, True Speaks. So, did what I tell y'all, and I'll drop the link, bro. And this is the key point that I wanted to make to y'all tonight. And I'm going to say this shit, and I hope y'all hear me on this shit, bro. You have to pick a side. You have to pick a side. If the belts matter to you, then stop complaining about the sanctioning bodies that hand them motherfuckers out. Don't talk to me about corruption in sanctioning bodies. Don't talk to me about corruption in boxing. Don't talk to me about none of that shit. You can't complain about the people that pass out something, but then try to give credit and justification to the shit that they pass out. You can't have it all, bro. You can't have it all. If you believe that they matter, then you should believe in the people that's passing them out. You should believe that they are giving you something that matters, something that's a great product. They giving you watered down ass belts. They giving you watered down ass champions. They giving you watered down ass championship fights, and you still acting as if what they giving you matters and shit. These motherfuckers are giving you, they gave you Triple G versus Trash for years, them belts did. Them motherfucking belts gave you Moriata versus Trash for years, okay? Them motherfucking belts is giving you Rolly Romero versus a 40-year-old coming off of getting his ass knocked out. Getting his ass knocked out. Because it should smoke. And as long as we keep giving validity to the shit that's broke and acting like that it's still the same, acting like that WBC belt means what it meant 30 years ago, acting like being a world champion means what it meant 30, 40 years ago, as long as we keep trying to act like that, shit ain't gonna change, bro. Shit will not change at all, bro. We're gonna be continuing to get the bullshit. Continue to get the bullshit. But it is what it is, bro. Whatever Tank fans you talking to, Prolific, send them my way, because that's some bullshit. Calvin Ford need to shut. He don't. I ain't gonna. He OG and shit. He need to not say shit like that, bro. Tank should fight Devin, not starve him out, bro. But that's all I got, man. Let's drop the link. Let's see what y'all talking about, bro. Let's see what y'all talking about. Let me see if I got any more cash apps. I think we good. All right, bro. Yeah, bro. And then, like, they lie to y'all and shit. They lie to y'all and shit. They call Ryan Garcia a world champion and shit. They call Ryan Garcia a champion and shit. I was watching the lead up to the Tank Davis and fight was there, bro. Isak Cruz, I think it was. Might have been Barrios, but he was doing a media workout for one of them fights. And they were like, yeah, 3-division champion Tank Davis. I was like, what? Wait a minute. Did I miss something? Did I miss something around this motherfucker? They lie openly in your face. Call Teofimo undisputed and shit. Make up a motherfucking belt that's only in 2-3 weight classes and shit. All that shit. Crazy. William Jr. says, knockout is not addressing his chat. All right. All right. There you go. That's for everybody, bro. That's for everybody, including you, William. Bill. Including you, Bill. William, buddy. No one else not addressing his chat. Yeah, all right. Talk to me. All right, we got a couple people in the background. Let me get this shit off of the screen. Oh, not me. What up, not me? No, that's my brother right there. Hold on. What do you say? Definitely some food for thought. Good night, KO in chat. Good night, me. All right, let's get everybody up here, bro. He was here first. Then my bro Rich. Then Mastermind pulled up. Chase. Somebody's loud. Rich, I think that's you, bro. I'm gonna ask you to go on mute till it's your turn to talk, bro. All right, True Speaks, talk to me, bro. Go ahead.
Hey, salute KO, salute to the panel. You was cooking in the first part of this live, but this second part, I gotta say, man, you got off your rocker on this one.
Okay, go ahead.
So, what I would see, just because you're sticking more on the corruption of the WBC, which we all agree, but it doesn't mean that the belts don't matter. It just means that we need to consolidate the sanctioning bodies and be like the UFC, one belt per division. Therefore, it don't matter what, if this and this, that belt, you go fight him, you become champion. So I think that's the more apt argument versus saying the belts don't matter.
So you want to do a complete overhaul of the system?
Yes, same way like the NBA, NHL, all these other things. It's not saying that it's going to get rid of the corruption, because NBA, NFL, they got their own scandals and everything like that. But when we consolidate the sport, therefore, okay, hey, in order to beat the champion, you got to beat him, versus you got to fight him to get the interim belt. Then you got to play all the political games. We consolidate it. I'm not saying it's going to make it easier, but it's going to make it simpler, if that makes sense.
I mean, you calling for the same thing I'm calling for. I think the fact that you think that the whole system needs to be overhauled, like I think the whole system needs to be overhauled, that would mean that we both agree actually that the belts don't matter. Because if they mattered the way that y'all are talking about, right?
Right.
Then the system wouldn't need to be fixed, bro.
That's not necessarily because
no, it is true. If you ever heard the term, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it need to be fixed, that means some shit is broke. But we got a lot of people here, bro. I don't want to go back and forth. Yeah, let me get to everybody, and then we'll open up the panel, bro. But before I do, William. There's a link in my chat, brother. There's a link in my chat. All you gotta do is hit it. Or what I prefer, because see, it's a lot of people up here to go back and forth with. What I prefer is if you really want me, like if this is the conversation that you really want to have, then we can set up a one-on-one debate. Like we can set up a one-on-one debate. Like we ain't got to type, we ain't got to do all that, we ain't got to have no panel. Just me and you. Just let me know. Just let me know, or you can keep typing like I know you're gonna do. or you can keep typing in my chat like I know you're gonna do, because you don't really want to fuck with me for real. Rich, what's up, man? Talk to me.
Yo, I got a second one. First of all, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna circle back around. You already know about that whole Devin being a capper and all that. We're gonna have to talk about that. But I want to talk about this whole belts don't matter shit though. I had to second with the dude that went before me, so I forgot his name. About how we can all acknowledge that they all what's the name, but for us to say the belts don't matter, I can't name a division in the sport.
Oh, is that just me or did he get quiet? Is that y'all too?
No, he got quiet.
Yeah, he quiet.
All right, Rich, we're gonna come back to you when you get your audio fixed. Mastermind, talk to me, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Great show, man. Hey, man, you was right about how we do discredit our the opponents like Loma Stanko and stuff like that. And I have to admit, it's true. When you were saying it, I was like, yeah, I did fall under that. But you right. We shouldn't do that, because then we do want credit when we fight them. So I have to give you props for that. But I have to disagree with you on the belts don't matter, because I think that's like the Super Bowl title. It's like the championship in the NBA. It's what you're in there for. You know what I mean? I think that's if Tank didn't accomplish what he did, becoming a champion, I think when you defeat him, you don't get as much glory as him being an accomplished champion.
Again,
you know what I mean?
The belts are supposed to be like the Super Bowl. They are supposed to be like the NBA championship. But there is no one that will argue that the belt that Rolly is about to fight this 40-year-old for is that. Because the Super Bowl and the NBA Finals are the absolute best, bro. We know that they are the best two teams left. No matter what, they had to fight and claw against the best to get there. All Rolly had to do is get his ass knocked out to get a shot at the goddamn belt. So the belts are not that, bro. They should be, which is why I say they don't matter. They should be that. They absolutely 100% should be. But the fact that, again, True Speaks came and he told me that, you know what I'm saying, that the whole system needs an overhaul. Well, shit, that means that the motherfuckers broke. So the motherfuckers don't matter. If they matter like they supposed to, then shit will need to get fixed. Then you came up here and told me, hey, the belts, man, they matter. They this, they the Super Bowl, they the NBA finals, they, you know, that's like that shit. But it's not, bro. And we all know it's not. Fucking Monster anyway versus Paul Butler, bro. No, fuck no, bro. No.
So
Julio
you,
C. Martinez is fighting this weekend for his title, his WBC flyweight title, against somebody that don't none of y'all know. Does anybody?
but they so small, we don't know them. We don't know the small weights.
Nah, bro, I'm not trying to hear that shit. No.
But I'm talking about, but you don't think the
Knockout.
undisputed? I think undisputed means something because then it's so many fighters, you know, it's so many belts.
If I put Ronald Batista in a motherfucking lineup, would anybody know him? If
What
I put him in
division
a
is?
A
lineup right now
knockout.
and said I got $100 if you can point him out, would anybody know who the fuck he was, bro?
No, I don't know
Knockout.
who that is.
Knockout.
All right, bro,
Knockout.
that shit ain't the Super Bowl, bro.
Hey,
Them
yo,
belts
I'm
don't
back.
mean
Let
that
me
shit,
get on
man.
that next knockout.
Knockout.
Okay, Richard. Let me go to Rich. Rich is back, and then I gotta go to Chase. Then we're going to Smoke. Then we're going to right side. I gotta get to everybody. And then we'll open up the panel for everybody, bro. Go ahead, Rich. Finish up, bro. It's on you.
So look, my point was, bro, I can't name a division right now that the best don't have the belts. I ain't gonna lie. Like, in what division do the belts do the best not have the belts?
We don't know because they ain't fighting each other. Like, so for instance, I mean, Canelo's the undisputed champion at 168, but I got two dudes I believe can whoop his ass.
I know, but until then, Canelo is the best, bro.
No, he's the
He's
champion.
proven more. He done
He's the
proven more than
champion.
everybody at the. He's
He's
proven
the
more than
champion.
everybody in the division by
No,
He
far.
sir.
has. He has, but we don't.
Not
But
even throughout the whole body of work of boxing. I'm talking about
what
at
up, Tony?
168.
No, I feel you. He has proven more, but that just because you've done more don't make you the best.
Okay, but
That just
like
because
how?
like people can do more, but does that mean that they the best? Like he done
All right,
more, but what do we think? Like what do we think happens if David Morrell pulls motherfucking Triple G at 40-some years old up to 168 pounds? What we think Dave Benavidez do to Triple G at 168 pounds? What
oh
do,
no,
what
no,
do we
no, but
think? What do we think these guys do to a Callum Smith or Rocky Fielding or Abner Yildirim? Or a lot of times, bro, them belts that people get rich, they are product of you getting opportunities that other people couldn't get. A lot of times they are. It don't mean that you better than another fighter. It just means you got an opportunity that they couldn't get because maybe you the cash cow like Canelo, or maybe you signed to the right promotional company like Teofimo Lopez, so he got the shot at Loma before Devin. Maybe you signed to the right promotional company like fucking Lomachenko, so you get a shot at the WBO title in your third fight coming off a loss. So a lot of times them belts don't just mean you the best, bro. They
a
don't.
lot of times. But I said who right now has. But then you said the Canelo shit. But that's why I came back with it. He's by far done more than everybody that's a contender at 168. At 168, I'm not even talking about what he did at 54, 60, or none of that bullshit.
No,
I'm talking at
he has Rich, but check this though. Let me show you how his belts.
So we can't. But this
No.
was my point. We can't say
Go ahead.
nobody better than him at 168 if ain't nobody did what he did or beat him. So
Okay.
that's out.
Okay, we
But
can have our opinions. We can have our opinions on who we thought won, but let me show you how the belts that Canelo don't even fucking matter. Canelo belts don't matter so much that he ain't even getting ordered to fight a motherfucking mandatory, bro. He ain't got ordered to fight David Benavidez. What happened to the belt reduction program that the WBA was doing? They ain't ordered him to fight motherfucking. They ain't ordered him to fight David Morrell. So his belt, he ain't even being forced to behave like a champion. So how can we say that his belts matter when they don't even make him act like a champion and defend against the highest rated contenders and shit, bro?
Now look, see,
He gets to pick and choose, bro.
the corruption and like the integrity of these niggas, obviously, of these sanctioning bodies is in question, bro. But to say that the belts don't matter would mean that the niggas that hold the belts in every division don't deserve them. And I ain't gonna lie, every nigga that got a belt right now, off the top of my head, unless I'm thinking about somebody who maybe lost their last fight and really should have lost their belt, everybody down there deserves the belts. Like, even when it come down to the, like, every division.
what they deserve, Rich, is for these sanctioning bodies not to have watered down the shit that they fought their whole lives to try to get. But they done watered them down and they done fucked them all up. And so now we in the position where your shit looking shaky. Like we know that you got this. Like
wouldn't matter. I would say that if it was somebody
should Valdez really should Oscar Valdez really have it on his resume that he was able to fight for motherfucking a unification fight, even though he lost that motherfucker. He is able to say, hey, I fought for a unification, something that a lot of fighters don't get to do. Even though we know he should have been stripped. Even though we know that he should have been punished, bro. So when I see shit like that happen, I'm just
all these sanctioning bodies for the most part, their integrity, their integrity is in question. But like I said, we can't think of a division where somebody is more deserving of these dudes than belts right now. I mean, obviously,
I feel what you're saying, but if the person is handing that shit out, Rich, if the person is handing that shit out, if their integrity is in question, then how can we not call into question the shit that they passing out, bro?
Knockout arguing the politics.
Like if they shit is in question, if their integrity, we can all agree that these motherfuckers is corrupt. And they whole integrity, they don't move right, they don't move solid at all. If we can agree to that, how can we not agree that the shit that they passing out might be called into question too? Just my point, bro. Let me go to Chase. Chase, talk to me, bro.
No, I get you on that point, bro. But I get you on that point, but if we was to say that the belts don't matter, then what would matter? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the point I brought up in the chat, bro. Like, every sport ever, bro, everybody wants to be a champion in their own right. So if the belts don't matter, then what the fuck matter? Pay-per-view numbers? How many niggas not doing pay-per-views?
What matters to me, bro?
How many niggas fighting in bar rooms and shit, or not bar rooms, but smaller venues, but really
matters to me, bro.
You know what I mean? Like,
I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna pass the Chase. This is what matters to me, bro. So everybody know where I'm coming from. What matters to me, bro, the most is making them motherfuckers matter again. That's why I'm trying to have this conversation, bro. Not to just argue back and forth with motherfuckers. Not to just try to be right or say some controversial shit. I want them to matter again, bro. I see the problem. I see that it's fucked up, and I want them to matter the way that they matter in every other sport that we all love. Where we know for a fact, like, motherfuckers don't get to pick and choose, bro. That's why I'm having a conversation. That's why I'm taking my time. That's why I'm using this platform. That's why I'm talking to y'all, having y'all up here, bro, so that we can talk about how can we make them motherfuckers matter again, bro. That's what I'm trying to do, bro. Not to be right or wrong. I'm just letting y'all know what I see. I'm letting y'all know where I'm coming from. I'm backing it up with data, and I'm using my logic to give y'all my point of view. Some gonna agree with it, some gonna disagree with it, but I think what everybody will say is that boxing can do and be so much better than what the fuck we seeing now in terms of these people that are supposed to enforce the rules, that are supposed to enforce these fights, that are supposed to order these fights. Motherfuckers like O'Shaquie Foster shouldn't have had to wait as long as he had to wait to get a shot. Motherfuckers like Rolly Romero should not be fighting for a fucking world title right now. Oscar Valdez should have been stripped. Michael Fox should not have been robbed. He should not have that loss on his record. It's so much shit wrong. It's so much shit wrong with the sport of boxing, that we gotta talk about this shit, bro. It's not to shit on nobody's favorite fighter or act like they ain't accomplished shit. But, bro, like, the reason that people are not giving these fighters the respect that they deserve is because fanboys, and because fucking these people that are supposed to be in power are all out for their motherfucking self, and they watered down the product. That's why people were so crunk over Tank and fucking Ryan, right? Bro, that's a regular fight back in the day. That's just a regular fucking fight. The shit that we get excited for now is because they don't water down our fucking sport, man. And I'm just keeping it 100 with y'all, bro. Chase, talk to me, man. What's up?
What's good? I'm 100% with you. I'm not gonna come on here and say that the belts do matter right now. They definitely don't. And the reason why I say the belts don't matter is because promotional companies only use them belts to sell the fights to TV networks. That's the only thing they're doing. As long as they got a champion on the card, they feel like they can sell a fight to a network. and then they give us bullshit fights as fans, and then
hey man, who that over there getting ready a pack of Newports? Somebody packing a pack of Newport. I know that shit when I hear it. Who is it? I heard
Hey,
somebody.
I was burping my son, bro. My bad.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. I knew it was something, bro. Hey, take care of the little one, man. I was like, nah, that shit sound like somebody packing them packs. Go ahead, Chase. I ain't mean to cut you off, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, nah. Then they got us clamoring for these fights that we should be getting on a regular basis. You know, we shouldn't even be having these arguments as fans. We should just be experiencing great fights. You know, it's kind of fucked up how the whole shit is going down, and then you got everybody arguing over nonsense. It's literally over nonsense. If you can't see the play, then I don't know what to say to you. As long as they got somebody that's a champion, they feel like they could sell a fight to a network, and they could get a bag, and then they could pay the fighters, and they could make money and try to make money. You know, this is how Terence Crawford had a belt. Terence Crawford is literally holding a belt hostage, and we've been sitting here trying to get a fight between him and Spence, and he's trying to use a belt to leverage the fight. Like, which I want to say the belts matter. If the belts really matter, then Crawford should be one to fight Spence for whatever the case may be. But that's not the case. We still waiting for that fight because he's trying to get a bag out of it. It's all a play to get money. Floyd Mayweather told you himself. They robbing everybody of their bread when sanctioning fees come across. So how many champions in one division, and they getting sanctioned fees off everybody that got a fucking strap. Everybody got a strap, got to pay them. So you got Andre Ward talking about the same thing. So until the sport get cleaned up, no, the belts don't matter. What matters is that we get good fights as fans. We get the fights that we want to see. We want to see Tank versus Haney. We want to see Tank versus Shakur. We want to see Shakur versus Haney. You feel me? We want to see Spence and Crawford. We want to see David Morrell, David Benavidez. We want to see Canelo. We want to see Canelo and Benavidez. We want to see Charlo and Benavidez, Charlo and Andre. It's so many fights that we missed out on, and it's sad. It's sad, and then it's like y'all hanging these belts over people's heads. Who in 135 couldn't beat George Kambosos? You would have put Frank Martin in there with Kambosos, he'd have beat him. Frank Martin would have beat Kambosos right now. Anybody disagree?
Lopez couldn't beat him.
T.O. didn't beat him.
T.O. couldn't beat him. And T.O. was a phenomenon. Come on, what are y'all talking about?
Yeah.
You discredited that Lopez victory?
You think Frank Martin couldn't beat Kambosos right now?
Yeah, I do.
You know he could, but T.O. lost to him.
Bro, I gotta see it. I don't know shit.
Nah, I ain't going for that, bro.
Yeah, you got to see the fights. That's what messed it up when you just assume they'll win.
And then we'll open it up. You done? You done, Chase? I want to give you
done.
time. You done? All right, let's go to Smoke. Smoke, what up?
Smoking.
Smoke, you there, bro? I see you came off mute, but I don't hear you, bro. Whoever trying to get in, I'm full right now. You got to wait on somebody to drop off. Stop trying to get in until you see somebody drop off. All right, Smoke, I'm going to go to the right side. We'll come back to you when you get your mic fixed. Right side, what up?
Man, what up, KO, man? Shout out to you, my brother. Shout out to everybody on the panel. Much love to everybody in the chat as always. Listen, man, it's funny. It's funny that the brother Chase, I believe, he just brought up a bunch of fights we want to see, right? And the majority of the fighters that he brought up are individuals who done won championship belts, right? When we talk about the fighters we want to see Canelo fight, right? The majority of them are champions. When we talk about the fighters we want to see Tank fight, the majority are champions. The people that we want to see Devin fight, champions, right? What using the sport, and of course we have the eye test, and you know, hey, me and your eye test is always going to be a tad bit different, KO, right? But at the same time, I think we would agree that we understand what the other person is seeing. The thing is when you have these younger fighters, people coming up in the divisions, when they get that opportunity to solidify themselves as a champion, it puts that much more clout on their name. It gives them that much more opportunity to make the big fights. It gives them that much more opportunity to come out and say, hey, all right, now I should be considered at the top of this division. I want to fight these dudes up here, right? And so when you have somebody like a Frank Martin right now, currently not a champion, we think he the goods. We do think that. Why do we think that? Because who he beat. He beat Michelle Rivera. That's why I agree with you. It's about who you fight as well, but there's a combination that goes in there. It's a combination. It's not just one way or another. And the last point I want to make real quick is that the belts overall He said Tank don't have. Anyway, the belts overall have always been a standard in boxing. Boxing has always been corrupt. We know this. It's always been there. But the belts have always been the standard of the sport. And so at the end of the day, there are going to be huge fights that belts may not be on the line, but the majority of the time, the people we want to see fight each other are the champions. And that's what it goes down to is us wanting to see the best fight the best. And a lot of times the belts help you define who exactly is the best in the division.
So check it, bro. Like, check it. Like, I feel a lot of what you said, but it was two things that I'm gonna throw back at you. Then I'll pass it and we'll go to Jay Norris. So I like a lot, bro. But check it. So one thing you said is that the belts have always mattered, and they always were used to kind of judge who the best was. That's true. But what's also happened is that over time, boxing mattered a lot more than it used to. Now, in the grand scheme of American culture and world culture, it matters less. So boxing has went down. And so as a result, boxing has went down, but them belts don't went down too with it. That would be one point. The other point, the main thing though, bro, them fights that you named, a lot of the ones that we all want to see, bro. Like the Canelo and Benavidez fight. The Canelo and Jamal Charlo fight. The Canelo and Demetrius Andrade fight. A lot of those fights, yes, those are champions that we wanted to see them fight. But a lot of times we didn't get those fights because of belts, bro. Like, we didn't get those fights because of belts. We didn't get those fights because Canelo was a fucking franchise champion in the case of Charlo. We didn't get the fight with Benavidez because the WBC did not enforce him to fight his fucking mandatory. Like the belts, yes, we want to see him fight because of the belts, but the belts are also causing a lot of fights not to fucking happen, bro.
That's not true. It's not the belts causing it. It's not the belts. It's not the belts causing that. It goes back to what True speaks. I believe what he said earlier. It goes back into the politics of it. And so, to some degree, and I did somewhat agree with you when you brought up the point. You can't really have it both ways. But at the same time, it's boxing. I'm gonna have it every type of way I want to have it, regardless of how you look at it. And so, I can call the corruption out, but at the same time, I can't also look and say that, hey, these belts have always historically meant things. We shouldn't be taking credit away from it. And when you start interjecting and adding more belts, then we need to call you out and say, okay, the WBC, which we've seen the WBC doing for a while now, y'all on that BS, bro. Y'all bullshit.
I can't do it right side.
I feel where you're coming from.
I disagree, bro, because like it just, you know how some shit. It's like vinegar and oil to me, bro. And it's for everybody in the chat. It's like vinegar and oil to me, y'all. Like real shit. Like, so we can talk about the corruption. We can talk about the corruption. We know these motherfuckers are corrupt. We know the politics. We all know this shit a dirty game. We know this shit. We can say that in one breath, but then at the same time give merit to the shit that they passing out, bro. And act like that shit's not tainted. If you taint it, then everything you do is tainted. Like if you fucking okay with all this bullshit and you making different rules and different strokes for different folks and all that shit, how can I give merit to the shit that you passing out at the same time, bro? I just can't do it. I won't do it, bro, until they fix that shit. Cause it goes against everything that I like. I know, like I be damn, bro. I know Mauricio Suleiman's a dirty ass motherfucker, bro, and grimy, and out here just going to the highest bidder and shit. Now I know he favored the fuck out of people that's born in Mexico and shit. And I know he'll do anything for $1, bro. If you can pay him enough, he'll make shit go away for your fighter. I know all this shit about him. We all know this shit about him. But yet and still we wanna give credit as fight fans to the shit that he passing out. Nah, bro, fuck what he passing out. I don't need what he passing out to validate my fanship shit. I know who should fight each other. And until y'all fix them belts, fuck them belts, I'm about to fight. Is what I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. Jay Nori, what's up, bro?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Go ahead, Smoke. Let's Smoke cook first.
All right, cool. So yeah, sorry, Jay Nori. Let me get in here. I guess I was having a mic problem earlier. Is that all right?
Yeah, you good, dog. You good.
You loud and clear now, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, man. So yeah, first off, I just wanted to shout you out for bringing a spotlight on one of the best fights in boxing, the Bivol and Better B fight. that's been marinated like longer than every other fight you can talk about at this point. It's been going on longer than AJ and Wilder, longer than Spence and Bud and all the shit. Been waiting for this damn fight. But I think it's a fight that we all need. But I don't think that just because the WBC doesn't want to sanction it and they're on some bullshit that means the belts don't matter when the other sanctioning bodies are willing to sanction it. So it's still, even there's belts on the line. It does water down undisputed, like the Teofimo and Loma fight, and I can go there with you. But then also, belts have always been like relative value. They've not always been exactly the same. Are considered exactly the same thing, right? You know, like no one really goes through like the history, like the flyweight champions and shit like that, even though they've been around for hundred years, kind of shit. Like people don't really trip off of it. It's just not all the divisions are the same, and that's kind of one of the natures of boxing. But yeah, the whole idea about corruption's been around longer than all the sanctioning bodies. Like the corruption part of it is something that you were lamenting, like in the whole idea of like the catch weight and rehydration clause that A-Side did, so it waters down the products, right? That's a corruption that happens in boxing, and no belts were on the fucking line for it. And that's like, that just happened last fucking weekend, right? It's just like,
and guess what? No one can accuse me of picking and choosing.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like the idea that somehow the sanctioning bodies are the thing that are the product of corruption, or that if they weren't sanctioning bodies, we wouldn't have corruption. Like the corruption aspect has always been there. Like just like fucking punching somebody in the face has always been there. Corruption's been right there, right along fucking with it, right? That you have to get at it in a different way than like just trying to like, I don't know, like blame the sanctioning bodies for it. Now, like if you want to talk about how to like, how the belts matter or don't matter, like we still honor all the we honor the champions and divisions that we watched, and not only that, they in turn get into the Hall of Fame, all this stuff. Like belts are still how you determine like a quality of a fighter and the career. It's just part of it. Now, are they seen the same way? No. How you get there though, I mean, if you were to talk about how it was, like why they used to be held in such high regard, is because guys used to fight each other on the way up. So you knew by the time they were champion, they were actually the best. They weren't in these different sanctioning bodies, and they didn't have to fight lesser opposition to get a higher ranking. So then you get guys like AJ, who didn't really fight anybody, but he was like a champion kind of shit, or Charles Martin and shit like that. Because it's just like, and I think if you had guys fighting in, top 15, top 20, fighting each other for their ranking on the way up, then you can get at that, making the quality of the champion like better. I don't think you need to overhaul the whole fucking system to do that. But yeah, I think that's it for me. Oh, but the one last thing about the WBA and Canelo, right? The consolidation of belts. That thing happened after fucking Morrell got the title, right? So he's coming up on. They had a rule that now they implemented the rule after that consolidation thing happened, that every I think 18 months, something like that, then the WBA world champion can challenge for the super, and we're coming up on that. And Dave Morrell said he's going to press his advantage, right? The thing about Canelo and his mandatories is that nobody really pressed their supposed position, and Morrell says he's going to at the next convention.
We'll see. I guarantee you they find a way for him. He ain't gonna have to fight that shit. Why? He ain't gonna have to fight Morrell, bro. I bet you. Man, listen. Whoever want it, I know Smoke ain't saying that they gonna fight. He's saying he gonna press him. Whoever want this bet, whoever believe in Canelo, I got 1,000 push-ups that Canelo Alvarez will never get in the ring with David Morrell Jr., bro. Under no circumstances. Anybody want to take that bet? knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com is the email. Jay Nori, talk to me, bro.
Salute KL, salute the chat. You cook real good coming in, man. That was a good cook. I'm keep it simple. I see we got a lot of people in chat. I'm just gonna keep it real simple, man. I tried to tell you guys before, you change the names and everything changes. I'm gonna keep saying it until y'all notice, man. This shit not the same for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Somebody else got the belt. Oh man, he's the goods. Then when somebody else said you don't like fight him and he ain't got a belt, he ain't shit. He didn't do this. It is what it is, man. I'm noticing these things. Don't act like y'all not changing up. I didn't see a lot of fighters flip flop on camera. I can call Bud a scammer. I got no problem calling Bud a
You gotta call
scammer.
that man a thug. You gotta come off of that shit, man. You
He a
trying to skate
scammer.
by with that shit like you doing something, man.
But do I think he don't want the
Can't
fight? I don't
even
think that.
talk about Bud, man. Talk about somebody else. I'm not finna deal with your ass.
I'm gonna tell you why though. I'm gonna tell you why. He's a scammer for sure, but do I think he don't want the fight? Absolutely not. He wants that fight. That's too much money on the table for him not to want that fight. And the same goes for everybody else. I've seen Devin get on camera and flip flop. I've seen Shakur get on camera and flip flop. I've seen EJ get on camera and flip flop. I've seen AJ get on camera and flip flop. I've seen Deontay Wilder get on camera and flip flop. I've seen anyone you want to name get on camera and flip flop because they're all trying to play the game. Boxing is the wild, wild west. It is not the NBA. It is not the NFL. This is not tennis. There is no commissioner. There is no one head honcho. This is the wild, wild west. If you want your fighter to go to the dance, he got to fight somebody. If you're not selling tickets, you better fight somebody. And some of these fighters, man, they got to get back to that. Everybody can't be the cash cow. Everybody can't be the cash cow. Everybody can't be number one pound for pound list because you know how these things work.
Hey man,
I'm
if
keeping the buck.
If Canelo or Earl or Tank send you an offer and you don't take that, how you do it? Just saying, bro.
But here's the thing, though. Canelo against anybody else is totally different leverage between EJ and anybody else. EJ and Bud, the leverage is too good for Bud, dog.
Send your ass a reasonable offer, and you don't take it, you fucking duck.
Reasonable for who? That's the problem. See, that's the problem right there. I'm not an entertainment lawyer.
Last numbers, bro.
I'm not an entertainment lawyer. I'm not talking numbers. This is about boxing. I'm not talking numbers tonight.
I don't know what Bud Crawford really made against Avanesian, but if he get an offer and that motherfucker could be more than what he made against Avanesian, he don't take that hoe, he duck, bro. I don't know what Devin is making. I don't know what Devin is making to fight Loma. I don't have no numbers in front of me. I don't know none of that shit. But if he get more money to fight Tank and they offer more money, he don't take that hoe. He does.
They offer some more. Offer some more money. You got a cap on him how much money you need to give him?
Oh, man, all I know is these B-side dudes claim they want all the smoking shit, man.
All I know is
they want all that shit, but then all of a sudden now they businessmen and shit. All
I know is they didn't have enough money for Bud when they both had one belt. When they both had one belt, they didn't have enough money.
No offer yet. So
now your boy got 3 belts and he leveraging 3 belts against one, and we talking about the belts don't matter. Okay.
No, he leveraging them big ass numbers, bro. What are you talking about? He leveraging his pay-per-view sales. Fuck you talking about? He leveraging his live gates. Fuck you talking about? Ain't anybody leveraging no motherfucking belts. What you talking about, bro?
Man, we talking about 300,000, dog. Come on, man.
And
before I
on,
pass
man.
it to Rollo, I'm gonna say this, bro.
I know Bud don't sell shit, but Spence ain't no $1 million man either.
Before I pass it to Rollo, I'm gonna say this, and everybody can go look this shit up. Earl Spence Jr. sold more pay-per-views in one fight than Bud Crawford has sold his entire career. It's a fact. Okay, that's not. You can take away the 3 other ones if you just use Earl pay-per-view with Mikey versus all the other Bud shit combined. Earl sold more. He ain't leveraging no motherfucking belts. He leveraging that dollar bill, bro. Let me go to Rollo. Rollo, what up, man? Talk to me.
What up, Knockout? Thanks for having me on, man. What's up, fellas?
Talk to me.
What's up?
All right. You say that we got to make the belts matter, but how can we make the belts matter when y'all letting Tank get away with going 4.5 years without having he's never even fought for a title at 135, and y'all calling him the face and praising him. No wonder the belts don't matter if we got guys like y'all that just gonna praise guys who openly admitted not that I ain't asked for no big fights. I just let them match make me, basically, right? So that's why the belts don't matter, because we got guys who allow guys who haven't accomplished nothing to be the face of boxing. As far as Bud go, Bud's 35 years old. He handled his business at 140, beating an undefeated Gamboa, who was at the top of the game at the time he beat him. Beat an undefeated Horn, who was at the top of the game while he beat him. By the way, I think EJ beats Bud. But Bud's 35 years old trying to make his Mayweather move, and everybody's saying, he don't deserve it. He ain't the ASAP. What else a man got to do at the end of his career, undefeated, who's been undisputed and world champion in several different weight classes? I don't understand how y'all getting Bud don't deserve what he's asking for. He's trying to make his Mayweather move, and we crabs in the barrel trying to pull him back down and let Al Heyman pimp him. That's why this fight ain't happening, because Earl is under a 360 getting pimped like the record companies pimp the rappers. That's why this fight ain't happening. It ain't Earl get ducking or Bud ducking. It's Al Heyman holding it up, and Bud know better because he been pimped for so long. He been in the game, and he's tired of it. He want to get paid. This is his Super Bowl fight. He's 35. He's on his way out. Y'all still don't want the man to get paid? That's ridiculous. Then, how we letting pay-per-views determine the A side? It should be accomplishments. Who have you beat? What have you accomplished? Like the belts are the standard, whether you like it or not. This is how we determine who is the best. If you got the belt, then you go after the guy with the belt to prove that you are better than him. It's the only way to prove it. Otherwise, we're just going to have a bunch of... If Devin Haney was fighting Isaac Cruz instead of Lomachenko, what would we say? If he was defending his undisputed against Isaac Cruz instead of Lomachenko, what would we say? Why is he fighting Isaac Cruz? He ain't never been a champion before. He hasn't proven himself. But no, Devin's going after, at 135, who's been higher on the pound-for-pound list than Lomachenko? Nobody, right? At 130 or 140 either. Nobody's been higher on the pound-for-pound list than Lomachenko. This is who Devin, with the franchise belt, goes after and fight. He don't go and fight a Kambosa like T.O. did, which he just picked a sour cherry right there. But yeah, Kambosa was a cherry pick who surprised everybody. But Dev didn't go fight some guy we never heard of. He went after the biggest name there's been over the last 7 years in boxing, which is Lomachenko, the great Lomachenko, better than Ali, better than Sugar Ray, right? This is who's Devin going after. He's been chasing the title since he's 20 years old. Y'all said who has he fought? Show me another guy at 23 years old that became undisputed that had a better path than Devin. When I'm in the gym, my son boxes, so we training every day, and we with a promotion company. So this is how you raise your fighter. Just like when you look at Kamboso, you say, okay, he beat Tevin Farmer and he beat Bay, two former champions. That's how you see if your fighter's ready. You take him level by level until he gets to fight. And that's the same thing Devin did. Who are these guys that y'all wanting him to fight that y'all saying he didn't fight on his way to the top? Loma ducked him. Tank never asked for a title belt at 135. So how can you duck a guy who don't want to fight for no titles? It's impossible. Seems like the guy who's not asking for the title fights is the one ducking. But that's just a little short taste of what I got to say. I ain't going to give it all to you, Knockout, because I'm going to get you on that debate.
Yeah, I'm not even going to respond to you. Can you debate Wednesday night at 8:30 p.m. Central Time?
Central Time, yeah.
All right. What
Yeah.
questions do you want to do?
We can go at the Dev in the Tank.
Go ahead and pick the question right now. What do you want the question to be?
You gotta let me think about it. I give it to you before we get out.
Right, what's your will you put your email in the private chat? I'll email you right now. Put your email in the private chat. We can do Devin Tank. We can do we can do whatever you want. You can pick the questions. We'll get it popping. But put your email in the private chat, and then I'll send you an email. And if you can send me those questions by tomorrow, I'll announce the debate, and we'll have us a good fun time talking this boxing together on Wednesday night. So y'all be sure to tune in. Me and Rollo gonna go at it on Wednesday night. Let me go to Todd French. Todd, what's up, man? Talk to me.
Hey, how's it going, KO? Hey, thank you for letting me on to the panel, and definitely salute to the panel, fellas. How's everybody doing tonight?
Chilling, man, chilling. Hey, Rollo,
Good.
come back, bro. Hey, that last spot, that's for Rollo. Rollo, come back and put your email in the whatchamacallit, bro. Jay, I see you backstage. Let me I'm trying to get Rollo to put his email in the private chat. So Rollo, come back, put your email in the private chat. If you gotta go, that's cool. But if you can come back and put your email in the private chat so I can reach out to you and get this debate set up for us on Wednesday, man, that'll be great. You know what I mean? I love to have that conversation. Go ahead, Todd. Talk to me, bro.
Your argument shouldn't be against the belts. It should, and it's even arguable that the system works. The reason why we have all these issues is called implicit bias, right? Everybody has implicit bias, all right? Boxers even have implicit bias. Boxers don't even want to fight certain boxers if they got the belt. We're seeing it a lot, right?
I hate to cut you off again. Hey, Duke, I'm kicking you right now, Duke. I'm trying to get Rollo back up here so he can put his email. Rollo, go ahead and hop on here because we got other brothers that's trying to get on. I'm trying to save you a spot. So, Duke, Jay Chestnut, bro, I just had to have y'all hop off so I can get this debate set up with Rollo. And then you guys can come on as people come out. But Rollo, go ahead and hit that link, bro, before somebody else try to jump up here. So you can go ahead and drop me that email address so I can send you this email real quick. Go ahead, Todd. My bad, bro.
Okay, no problem. Sorry about that. But yeah, it's implicit bias. It's in everybody. Even boxers don't want to fight boxers. How many times have we seen boxers say, well, I don't want to fight that dude for whatever reason, right? It's implicit bias. The reason why the UFC works so good is because they took implicit bias out of the system. Nobody ever says the UFC championship belt doesn't mean anything. No, right? And the reason why they don't is because you fight who tell you to fight, and that's part of the rule set. Who makes the rule set? People make the rule set. It has nothing to do with the belts. It's even arguable. Let's take the WBC, for example. I've read some of their rules, very logical. Where the issue comes in is when Mauricio Suleiman starts messing with the rules. That's implicit bias. Where we have issues, right? When you have champions chasing challenges. The greatest thing that I've ever heard, right, especially when it comes to black boxers, is that black boxers need mandatories. Because if they didn't have mandatories, nobody would fight them, right? So all that is implicit bias. Also, you need championship titles to validate historical context, right? You can't be undisputed without belts. You can't be in the record books without belts. I mean, arguably you can for the most wins, but you're not. There's no validation almost without them. Now we know, right, what's going on in boxing, right? However, 30 years from now, when we're all dead and gone, right, and somebody picks up a history book, we ain't there to explain it. You know what's there to explain it? What's there in black and white. So your argument should not be against belts. Arguably, it should not even be against the system. It should be against implicit bias.
All right.
Hey, real quick, in 30 years, I plan to be here. I plan to be here in 30 years.
Facts. Me too.
Thank you, fellas. I'm going to head off. I'm going to grab something to eat, but thank you. That's all I wanted to say. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Chestnut, if you're still in the building, Jay, you can go ahead and hit that link. My brother Jay Chestnut, come on back up, bro. I was just about to text you. Tony, talk to me, bro. Oh, no. We got to go to Rodzilla. Rod ain't talking yet. Then we got Tony. Rod was here first. Rod.
Yo, you hear me, bro?
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear, bro. Talk to me.
All right, yeah, I made that comment trying to compare NBA and shit, and I ain't gonna lie, you swayed me. You completely swayed me. I feel where you coming from now.
Appreciate you, bro.
I feel where you coming from. It's like you seen that the Charlo Bros on I Am Athlete.
I seen it. I'm dropping content on it tomorrow, bro. So but yeah, I seen it.
You got a lot of dudes with heart who want to get that undisputed opportunity, but I guess who is it, Big Charlo or Little Charlo?
Got Dev. Undisputed?
Yeah.
Little Charlo, Jamel, 154.
Little Charlo and Dev, bro, they situations, it's panned out perfectly, bro. And a lot of people ain't gonna get that chance or opportunity due to the politics and the capping and the bullshitting and the bread and Suleiman, like you said. My Wi-Fi fucking. You hear me still?
Yeah, we got you.
Okay. Yeah. Another thing I wanted to touch on, bro. What's her buddy name? You said Jay. I want Jay to hop up for sure, because I seen the comment he said where he said my boy EJ was holding 3 belts, holding up the situation. So I want him to chime up on that a little bit more when he get up on the panel, because we're gonna have to discuss that a little bit, bro. I gotta.
He here now, but before we do that, I got to get to my brother Tony. Tony just got up here too. Tony, so let's do this, Tony, and then let Jay go uninterrupted, And then once Tony and Jay go, floor is everybody, panel is open because we've been taking a little long to get around this motherfucker. So let me let Tony go, and then we're gonna go Jay. As soon as Tony get done, it's on you. Don't nobody cut either one of them off. And then we got, panel open for anybody that want to talk their shit at any points you want to go at. Y'all got it. Go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, belts have to matter, and I'm gonna tell you why. You have to have a measuring stick to know how good somebody is or how bad they are. The measuring stick is the titles. If titles did not matter, then people like Sam Langford and Ernie Shavers would be an all-time great list. They're not. Why? Because what did they lack? A title. They never won one. Even though they had great wins, even though they had great records, guess what? They lacked the title, so they've never been in the ATG list. Nobody will put them there, even though everybody knows their names. Moving past that, what are we talking about? Like, if you talk about all-time greats, we're judging them off of people they beat. If you go Sugar Ray Leonard, you think of Hearn, Hagler, Duran. If you think of Duran, you think about how he beat Sugar Ray Leonard. Like, all these guys are who's who's, beat the who's who's because they had the titles and became the who's who's. That's how you dictate and determine who's number one. There's always been politics. People keep pointing to the UFC, but the UFC comes with its own bullshit as well. They support people who cheat as well. John Jones popped out how many fucking times? He fought a guy who arguably beat him, and he had fucking picograms in his system, and they still let the fight go on. So let's not act like the UFC is better than boxing, because it's not. When there's money, money brings corruption. That's just the name of the game in any sport, in anything in life, really, truthfully. Doesn't even have to be a sport. But the bottom line is this. You have to beat the guys who are considered the best. How do people consider people the best? By the names they beat. How do those names become significant? Because they're normally world champions. If you were asked Floyd Mayweather why he's the best ever, the greatest, TBE, is because he beat more champions, current reigning ex, than any fighter before him and any fighter after him. I believe it's 24 champions he beat. That's one of the major reasons why he says he's TBE. That fact right there. So belts matter. You don't have to like the organizations. You can see the corruption in the organizations, but at the end of the day, you have to have a measuring stick, because if not, you're just Kimbo Slice fighting in the backyard, looking impressive until you step up and then you get fucked up. That's all I really got to say.
Hey, man, hey, Joe Borrega, bro. Don't ever tell me remember boxing first, bro. You know the work I put in, bro, the respect that I get, how hard I work to grind for this motherfucking sport, bro. Listen, if you want any type of smoke, bro, you can do like the homie Rollo just did. We can have a boxing conversation. But you ain't gonna act like I don't put boxing first, bro. You get content around this motherfucker every day, and I give you my authentic opinion, regardless of who fuck with it and who don't. So if you want smoke, that link is in that motherfucking chat. Or if you want some one-on-one shit, we can debate whatever the fuck you think you want to debate. But get out my shit disrespecting my grind, bro. Matter of fact, the fuck on, bro. Somebody get him out my chat if y'all haven't already, bro. And if you want it, email is knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com. If you want it, I will drop the link just for you. My debate don't start till 8:30 on Wednesday. I will be live around this motherfucker at 7:30 that same day. I got a whole hour just to kick your ass. All you got to do is come in this motherfucker and say, hey, this is Joe, drop the link. And I will drop that motherfucker quicker than you can ask me to. And we can have whatever conversation you want to have, bro. Get out my chat with that goofy ass shit, man. Jay, talk to me, bro. What's up, homie?
Man, what up, y'all? Man, shit, I feel like it's been a minute, man. What up, panel, man? Shout out to everybody on the panel. All right, so let me cook real fast. Okay, so, bro, I gotta kind of disagree with you, bro, because I think the belts do matter, bro, because you gotta think, man, like, I'm gonna say in the grand scheme of things, the belts matter, right? I don't think belts tell the whole story of somebody's legacy, but I think it's a vital part of your legacy, right? Like when we think about somebody like Earl Spence, right? To say the belts don't matter would then mean that strap season don't matter. That would not matter, right? But even going back before it was strap season, right? When you look at Earl, one of his biggest moments that took him from a contender to being that guy was when he went over to Sheffield to beat Kell Brook for his belt, right? That was his measuring stick fight against a champion who most considered to be the best, if not the second best, if not the best welterweight in the world at the time. If belts didn't matter at that time, then Earl doesn't get that moment, that litmus test to be able to show that he is the goods. You know what I'm saying? Like, same thing with Tank. When Tank fought Pedraza, that was that litmus test because Pedraza was a well-respected, undefeated champion at that time. And over time, that win has aged well for Tank. And I can bring up a number of different ones. So I think the belts matter in the grand scheme of boxing, but there is a point where certain fighters can outgrow belts. So, for example, like you're saying with Tank, Tank don't need a belt to make a big fight. Earl don't need a belt to make a big fight. AJ don't need a belt to make a big fight. So I feel what you're saying as far as some fighters just don't need it. And honestly, I think that's why we see the corruption in boxing, because people know if I hold Canelo Alvarez feet to the fire about these motherfucking belts, he'll fuck around and just drop this belt. And now we done lost out on the Canelo Alvarez bag because we know that he don't really need these belts. He just holding this belt as whatever he holding it for. You know what I'm saying? For his own pleasure. Because think about it. If the belts didn't matter, to be honest, we don't ever really get Canelo Alvarez and Caleb Plant. Because let's be honest. Remember, the negotiations fell apart the first time between those two. But what did Caleb do? He stood on his square because he understood that he had a belt that Canelo Alvarez wanted. So he stood on his square. He got the money that he wanted, and that fight happened. Ultimately, if the belts don't matter, if they didn't matter at that time, then Canelo would have just moved on and fought some other bum that y'all already be criticizing him for fighting anyway. You get what I'm saying? And to respond to my mans, I don't know who it was, so forgive me for not knowing who called my name earlier. But to respond to you, bro, you gotta have it both like that. That whole Bud holding the belt hostage thing, that thing worked both ways, bro. Because guess what? Your man's got 3 belts, bro. And at this point, bro, I'm not on either side of this argument, so I don't want you to think I'm no Bud fan, but I'm calling it down the middle, bro. He holding his belts hostage too, because it ain't no way Jerron Boots Ennis should have an interim belt if that man not hurt. He holding them belts hostage, bro. So it's like either y'all gonna make the fight happen or not, bro. Y'all been negotiating too long. This nigga been out the ring since what? April 16th of last year, bro. At what point the WBC already called this mandatory, bro? The WBA actually called a secondary mandatory to keep from calling Stanionis versus Earl Spence under the assumption that Earl was gonna make the fight happen with Bud. It's like at a certain point, bro, one of them niggas gotta move, bro. Like something gotta happen. Cause right now, 147, that's supposed to be the glamour division, that's supposed to be the money division. Guess what? That shit is at a standstill because we got 2 niggas, not just one, holding all the belts hostage, bro. So either fight or let them shits go, bro, for real.
Already. Shout out Big Dog Willie. Hashtag Con is back. Hashtag TWT with the $5 in super chat. Says everyone on the panel don't know what they talking about, especially if you aren't mentioning the greatest fighter person icon, Amir Khan. Pure facts. Those is facts. And if you drop another super chat, I'll say it's facts again. Look, man, panel is open, bro. Listen, everybody that disagree with me on something, I got smoke for all y'all. Just let me know, bro. I'm not gonna respond to everybody. I'm not doing that. Y'all know what it is with me. If you disagree heavy enough, we can get it cracking on the debate. I got a debate coming up Wednesday with Rollo. Rollo, I sent you that email, so just send me back whatever questions that you want. But panel is now open, man. We got a few more minutes. Y'all talk y'all shit. Go ahead, whatever you want to go ahead, talk about whatever you want to talk about on the subject matter tonight, man. Y'all got it, bro.
I wanted to respond to, everybody comparing it to the different sports leagues and how the corruption is rampant. Like, we agree boxing is corrupt, but it's different when you have this pocket of corruption, but then that pocket of corruption is different than how they operate versus you have the NBA. The NBA is corrupt as well, but guess what? That's just one. That's the only league. Like, it's not the NBA. You can go overseas, you can get the fuck out. Like, it doesn't matter because they make the rules. That's the league. If you don't like it, versus there's so many different avenues and so many different cheats or support going on that I mean, that corruption is widespread. And I wanted to respond to what Smoke had originally said when he talked about the boxing before, but the boxing was always ran by the mob. But even as corrupt as the mob was that unifying force until it spread until then. So that's where belts ultimately mattered more, because even though it was corrupt, hey, you like this? You want to fight for this money? Here's this belt and everything like that. So I just wanted to respond to a couple of those points before.
Hey,
we already, so, real quick before you go, James, you have the same invitation as the other brother that I talked to. My debate don't start till 8:30 on Wednesday, homie. I got a whole hour just to kick your ass, just to whoop you in whatever topic you want, whatever boxing conversation you want to have. Hit the link at 7:30. That's all you gotta do, bro. All right, y'all go ahead.
Hey, do y'all remember who the last undisputed welterweight champion was?
Zab Judah, right?
Zab Judah.
Right. Now remember, Zab Judah went to St. Louis to fight Corey Spinks. Nelly walked him out. One of the greatest walkout performances ever. He got $1.2 million. Zab Judah took $100,000. Corey Spinks got $1.2 million. Zab Judah took $100,000 and beat that boy and took the undisputed title. So I think it was an offer they probably thought he would not take. But he took that low ball offer and he took all 4 of them straps from Corey Spinks. That's the last time it happened. So I think fighters make it happen also. A lot of fighters would have turned that offer down. $100,000 versus $1.2 million.
Basically what Devin just did.
Yep.
Nah, Devin got paid millions.
Yeah, he got $3 million compared to $5 million. It was $3 million to $5 million.
He's talking about 10 years ago, so the money's different, so it's a little higher. But Devin took a slave deal. Like, who takes a 3-fight deal just to get them straps like that and take the low end on the rematch? Come on, man.
Yep, because he needed the opportunity, just like Zab Judah.
And that's why I love Devin. That's why I asked you what Devin did wrong. He's done everything right.
A slave deal, bro.
How is that a slave deal? Hold on.
Knockout. Is that $100,000 a slave deal? $100,000 for Zab Judah? Was that a slave deal?
Man, ain't nobody getting no motherfucking 6 figures and 7 figures. Ain't shit slave about that. Didn't nobody put no gun in. Like a slave, bro. A slave was forced to do shit. Like a slave was forced to do shit. And if you don't do the shit, nigga, we hanging you.
Shit.
Dad wasn't forced to do nothing, bro. He chose to sign that shit. He didn't have to do nothing. And his punishment was millions and millions and millions of dollars, bro.
Zab Judah punishment was $100,000.
Top Rank, hold on. Top Rank gave him the belts in the biggest fight of his career.
And the most money. By far.
What are we talking about?
Bro,
they ain't give him no belts. He earned them belts. He had to win it.
When you say
the opportunity,
hold on, bro. When you say that Devin was under a slave deal, bro, you take the word slave and you take meaning away from that word, bro.
That's true. But $100,000 for Zab Judah, I think that was impressive, and I think that's the reason why it's been so long. It's been 20 years since we had undisputed at welterweight. Zab Judah showed you how to do it. Took $100,000.
Yes, like did Devin take an unfair deal? Did he take a deal that he shouldn't have had to? Did he take a deal that was maybe less than his worth? Those answers are all hell fucking yes. Yes, but
see, I disagree with that because he made the most money he's ever made.
Those are subjective answers.
Yeah, he made the most
money. It all depends on what
money he ever made, but Camboso should have wanted to fight him anyway. Camboso should have wanted to fight him. He shouldn't have had to press so hard for the fight, bro.
Camboso wanted the bread. They put the bread up for Devin, so the fight got made.
Camboso wanted Lomachenko, but he was off to war.
He didn't want Lomachenko. He was just leveraged. Bob wanted Lomachenko.
You think he would have got more money for fighting Lomachenko than he did for Devin?
No,
it would have been the same amount of money. It depends. Camboso is not a top-ranked fighter.
No, because they would have forced him to fight in New York.
His fighters and the only one offering that.
Which is why I say, it was a slave deal. They held him slave to the fact that he wanted to be undisputed, right? So who takes the short end on the rematch when now you're the champion? Nobody does that. Nobody has ever done that. and then sign a 3-fight contract deal when you're a free agent. Cambosa
Andy Ruiz did that against AJ.
There have been plenty of
Usyk did that
champions
against
where they were the
AJ.
A side and somebody did that shit. Like, bro, that's not true.
Anytime there's
And
a
again, bro,
rematch clause,
we not gonna make multi-millionaire slaves, bro.
Who?
We not doing.
anyway,
I mean, come on, man. Y'all doing a lot. Slave deal? Y'all doing a lot.
70-30
Hey,
split.
Green. You just said nobody's ever done that. When Andrew Ruiz beat AJ in the rematch, he had the short end of the stick. He made less than AJ. When Usyk beat AJ, he made less than AJ in the rematch, even though he was the champion. Anytime there's a
Oscar De La
rematch,
Hoya, Shane Mosley, the shit goes on
yeah,
and on.
what the fuck is you talking about? That happened all through the history of boxing.
Yep.
That don't make it a slave deal just because you don't have leverage.
Shout out Ronnie Bravo joining back up to the channel. I appreciate you, Ronnie. Thank you.
But that's why the belts matter. That's why the belts matter, because Cambosis used those belts as his leverage to get Devin to sign that deal. That's why the belts matter.
He has leverage because he beat T.O. That's why he has leverage. He beat
that's
T.O.
right. I agree with that.
on ESPN.
So if he would have beat,
on the zone. Sorry.
Right. No, I got you. I feel you. So if that fight was for no belts, you think he wouldn't have had the leverage to get Devin to sign nothing to do that, bro.
Right.
That's why the belts matter, bro.
But again,
that's why
bro,
they
like,
matter.
So why? So I'm gonna spin it on you like this.
Hold on, Jay Norris. So to me, though, Jay, Chestnut, bro, that's why they don't though, because the fact that you can use them in such a grimy fucking way. You can't do that. Like in the sports where the shit truly matter, you can't do that shit. You can't be like, yo, I'm motherfucking LeBron James around this bitch. So you know what? If you want to play my team for the championship, nigga, all 7 of these hoes is in LA. All 7 of these hoes is in Cleveland, nigga. And since I'm older now, we playing half court around this motherfucker.
That's such a different analogy, bro. Because essentially, when you start, no, that's a hard, bro.
But in boxing, that same trophy, that same pinnacle. I want to be a world champion.
But hold on, that's a.
To be fucking corrupt and do some shit.
But bro,
wait, knockout. I got a question for you.
Y'all let them matter to y'all if y'all want to. But fuck them motherfucking bills.
Hold on, knockout. Answer this though. Doesn't LeBron have a fake ring from the bubble?
100%.
No, ain't no such thing.
He beat everybody.
What are we talking about? The bubble
but
was
that,
not even a real season. Like, what are we talking
but
about
look,
right
now? That's why it's different from basketball, bro. You can't.
Did LeBron James have to play in? Did he get to play in any other circumstances in that bubble that no one else had to play in or something? Like, did he have special?
No.
Right, simple as
special
that.
Something that like, come on, bro.
That's why
but look,
that's that bias.
Like y'all, like, and this is my point that I keep making to y'all, bro. To again bring this shit full circle, bro. Like, y'all are arguing that motherfuckers is using belts for unfair advantages. Y'all are admitting that all these motherfuckers are corrupt. Y'all are admitting that there's a huge nepotism and corruption with all these people, but then still putting merit on the shit that they passing out to y'all.
Yep.
Like, I can't get with that shit, bro. I don't understand why y'all don't see this shit, but hey, man. Yo,
but knockout,
it ain't, bro. It's not that. No, bro.
You want to know why? Because, like I said, when the names change, everything changes. It was bad when your fight didn't have leverage. Now it's good when he does.
Like, shout out, Rollo. I hope it's harder than this on Wednesday. But my bro just came up here and told me how much the belt was undisputed and Devin deserved this and he deserved that because he got this belt, he got that belt, he the undisputed champion, he all this shit. But then proceeded to make the point that motherfucking Cambosos used them same goddamn belts as leverage to give him a motherfucking slave contract. So which one is it?
It's both, which is credit.
It's both. I was gonna say.
It's credit to Devin for taking that.
But wait, hold on, bro. KO, but think about it, bro. This is why I said in the grand scheme of boxing, bro, they matter, bro. Because name a cash cow that didn't need a belt to propel themselves to get to cash cow status. So they matter until they don't. At a certain point, there are certain fighters that can outgrow belts. But you can't get to that point without ever holding a belt. You get what I'm saying?
that keeps proving my point, because this is the only sport that you can outgrow them motherfuckers. Like, the fact that you can outgrow what's supposed to be the most prestigious accomplishment in your sport, there's a fucking problem there, bro. No matter what,
So
LeBron can't ever outgrow getting the motherfucking
Yes,
championship.
but you
yes,
keep
he
going.
No
Wait,
matter
can.
hold
what,
on, hold
bro.
on, hold on. Let me respond.
Hold
Hold
on.
on, let me
Haven't
respond, bro.
the Dallas
Damn.
Cowboys
Not be
outgrown winning
able
Super
to
Big
Bowls?
outgrow them.
E.
Everything that y'all are arguing just proves that they fucking don't matter, because
But the pro,
everyone's able to outgrow them. Sometimes you got mandatories and you
Okay.
don't got mandatories.
but KO
Sometimes
though.
the
K,
motherfucker
hold on.
go
Okay,
against the person
Wait,
KO.
body.
The thing
Sometimes
about it,
KO with that. You just brought your
KO.
friends right
Just
there.
real fast. The Dallas
that's
Cowboys
not, bro.
has become the most valuable franchise in the world, right? In all of sports, while not winning Super Bowls. Like, it's not just that. It's not that you necessarily need to win the Super Bowl in order to be the number one franchise in the world, right? It's just like there's two separate things that are happening. The Super Bowls matter, and also making money matters.
All right, bro.
Yes, agreed.
I
I
got
mean,
you.
Agreed.
I just want to say this real fast. You
I
said
got you,
LeBron
bro.
can't outgrow the championships. What are you talking about? There's people right now that argue that LeBron's better than Michael, who won more championships. Right now, currently in his era, Chef Curry, who's about to beat him in these games right here, has got the same amount of rings with less time in the league, but LeBron is still looked at as greater than him. Like, what are you talking about? He can't outgrow championships. He's
So
already done that. He's
two
already
things,
done that.
I
things.
got you for LBJ.
Two things: championships or team accomplishment.
Yes. Yes, they are.
Second thing. There isn't a person that can watch a basketball game and say that Steph Curry does anything better than LeBron James except shoot the basketball. LeBron does literally everything else better than him, since we want to
Yeah,
talk
he's
basketball.
6'9" too, brother.
Facts.
But
I don't
Like,
care. Facts.
and
anyways.
thirdly, if you believe that last statement about Steph and them winning, we can put 100 push-ups on the series. That's fine. No issues there. And then last but not least, every season that LeBron doesn't win a championship is considered a failure, because the shit that he competes for has not been watered down. So that's why he is still held to that. He did not outgrow championships. He is still expected to win a championship. If he don't win a championship, it's a fucking failure.
Yep.
Because that championship in the NBA, again, bro, you know that the best motherfucking team that year won that shit. You know, like, without a shadow of a doubt, because of who they had. They didn't get to pick and choose. They didn't get to say, oh, well, I want to play this team because it's a better matchup. They had to fight whoever. I mean, they had to go against whoever you put in front of them. Boxing ain't like that. The MLB is, the NFL is, and all that shit. And
So
so
why?
for me, the fact that boxing ain't that, it's something wrong with it. Something fucking wrong with it. I ain't rocking with it, bro. Y'all
LeBron
can
has
rock with it if you want to.
LeBron. You know
I'm
why
not
it's a
fucking with
failure?
it, bro.
You know why it's a failure when LeBron doesn't win? Because he's literally had teams built around him for him to win and still couldn't win. Like, what are you talking about?
I don't.
So we need to go back
Look,
to
Y'all need to
you gotta
stop,
admit, you
dog.
gotta admit
Come
that.
on,
But it's
stop. We're not doing
bro,
this. We're
but it's
not doing. It's a
different.
boxing channel. It's a
We ain't gonna
boxing
get
Yeah,
you,
channel.
brother.
facts, bro.
Look,
Facts,
I
It's a
bro.
ain't
boxing
gonna
channel.
bang up on basketball. We got a little side bet with the 100 push-ups if you want it. If you don't
Oh,
want it,
I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take
all right,
that.
cool. Like, we good, bro. We good.
NBA National Boxing Association.
The point that I'm making,
Facts.
the point that I'm making to all y'all, bro. Like, y'all making points to me that just keep proving my point. You talk about how the cash cow can outgrow the belts in boxing. Well, god damn it, should he fucking be able to? The
But he
fact
can't.
y'all don't see a problem. Y'all don't see a problem with the fact that a motherfucker like Canelo, bro. That like Tank Davis, I'll use him because I lose people when I talk Canelo, but people will start feeling me if for some reason, yeah, like people get off on hearing me fucking criticize Tank. So here you go. Tank Davis has people. I'm not one of them. I showed it all through my live stream on Thursday. People that were here remember this shit. Because he is now popular, because he has now sold 1.2 million pay-per-views and did 100 million live gate, there are people literally arguing that he ain't got to fight Devin. There are people pushing for Isak Pitbull Cruz. There are people
Which
doing
is
all
crazy.
of this, bro. Just because you fight the boxing, does that mean that you should have that, bro? The fact that he can outgrow belts to some people, the fact that Canelo can outgrow belts to some people, should show you that they don't mean shit, and we need to get them to where they do, to where these motherfuckers, no matter how popular you are, no matter how many people want to watch you fight, these motherfucking belts, these championships that everybody been trying to fight for since they was kids, they are the creme de la creme, and they mean more than anything. And
Yeah,
until they
but
get to that,
KO,
bro, They ain't gonna mean shit, dog.
There's a big part that
Y'all
you're
know, bro.
missing with what you're saying. There's a big part that you're leaving out. Yes, in boxing, a fighter has been shown can outgrow the belts. However, how did he get to that point of outgrowing the belts? By
That's what
beating
I'm
a whole
saying,
lot of
bro.
other motherfuckers with belts. That's how he
That's
got
what I'm
bigger
saying,
than
bro.
those belts. Because
No,
he's
not
beat, hold on, let me finish. Because he's beat so many other people with straps that they kind of lose their luster because everybody knows you're the man at that division. Everybody knows you became that. Case in point, when Mayweather retired, he gave up his belts. When he came back, they looked at him as the number one, even though he had no belt at the welterweight division based off of what he did because he was already that guy. But you have to get to the point to outgrow the belts, and the only way to do that is by collecting them.
But
no,
you
that's
should
not. That's the
never. I
problem.
don't give a fuck as a fight fan, bro. Just as a
That's
fight fan.
bias.
So
As a
who
fight,
what box?
as a fight fan, bro. Like as a fight fan, for me, I don't give a fuck if it's Floyd. I don't care if it is fucking Ray Leonard. I don't care if it's Manny Pacquiao, Canelo, Tank Davis. There should never be a point to where you outgrow the thing that is supposed to be the most prestigious thing that you can be, which is a world champion. If you can get to a point, which we can all get to in boxing, to where that thing that is supposed to be the creme de la creme doesn't matter anymore. If we can get to that point, which we all agree that fighters can get to, then that shit that's the creme de la creme is not really that. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. If we can get, if you can get to a point to where a motherfucker can literally say, "Fuck them belts, I'm the man." If that's the point that you can get to in boxing, then the whole shit is fucking broke.
But you
That's what I'm
can't
telling
say
y'all.
you can't
I
say
think
Hold
you
up,
can
hold
get,
up,
but
hold
you
up,
can
hold
get
up,
to
family.
that in every
Hold up.
single
Let me
sport, and you always have been able to.
let me respond. I want to just ask a question. I want to ask a question to the panel. Okay, and I understand where you're coming from with what you're saying, KO. I ain't disagreeing with it. When you can supersede that, what should supersede everything in the sport. Once you become able to do that, then there is a problem. I do agree. With me agreeing with it, my question is what's the solution here? Because if the belts aren't going to matter, people are going to love their favorite fighters regardless. You're going to have fighters that's going to sell, fighters that's not going to sell. What becomes that ultimate solution as far as how to bring the integrity back to the sport? How to keep the belts meaning something like they did in the past when we had great fighters out there. I thought Tony made a great point when he brought up Langford. You know what I'm saying? Hey, a hell of a fighter, but at the same time, never a champion. All I'm saying is, what do we do to go ahead and make sure that the sport that we love so much gets back to the integrity in it? What's the solution here, in y'all's opinion?
The solution is when I have Tank. All right, say Tank knock out Devin Haney,
Hold on,
and he
Mastermind.
relinquished the belt.
Mastermind, hold on. I'm gonna answer the question, bro. Then I gotta pass it around because I gotta wrap the show. So I think that's a great question. And if Right Side is going live, I suggest everybody go live over there and check them out. This is a great conversation. I hope y'all continue. But this is my answer, bro. Before I wrap the show to your question, what we should do is the first part of my motherfucking title. That fanboy shit, it has to get the fuck out of boxing, bro. This is for everybody. Like my Tank Davis fans that call yourself Tank Davis fans, bro, do not be okay with him doing anything other than fighting Devin. Because that will make those belts mean a lot fucking more. The Canelo Alvarez fans, bro, stop capping for that man. Stop making excuses for him, bro. If we stop capping for fighters just because we like them, Terence Crawford fans, stop capping for that man, bro. Earl Spence fans, everybody that got some dude that they rock with heavy, bro, put boxing first. And by putting boxing first, you will say, hey, I demand that even though I'm a fan of you, I demand that you fight who we want to see you fight. You the best to me. They say this guy the best over there. That's the fight I want to see. Anything else, I don't want to see that shit. And it need to be because they ducked you. Force these motherfuckers to fight, bro. That's the only way that stuff is gonna mean what it used to mean. The belts mean a whole lot if Earl Spence and Terence Crawford fighting for them motherfuckers. The belt's gonna mean a whole lot if Tank Davis and Devin fighting for them motherfuckers. They gonna mean a whole lot more if Canelo and Benavidez fighting for them motherfuckers. They ain't gonna mean so much if it's Rolly Ramiro and the 40-year-old from down the street. They ain't gonna mean it. They gonna mean a whole lot If it's motherfucking Stephen Coolboy Steph versus motherfucking Monster Anyway, they ain't gonna mean as much if it's Monster Anyway versus Paul Butler, bro. So if you want to talk about ways to make them mean more, push for the fights. Because the better the fight, the more the belt's gonna mean. The less the fight, the more trash the fight, the less the motherfucking belt's gonna mean. Ain't nobody gonna be checking for them shits, bro. And that's what I've been trying to tell y'all this whole motherfucking time, bro. That's my answer. Everybody give your last word. I'm gonna go to Tony first. Give your last words, then we'll go to Mastermind and we'll pass it around, bro. Tony, go ahead and give your last words. Let everybody know what you got going on, bro.
So this is what I'm gonna say to the rebuttal. I still believe belts matter. However, when you're talking about a one-on-one sport, the reason why belts lose their luster and you can outgrow them is because, let's take Canelo because he's been brought up a bunch. If Canelo goes on to beat Benavidez and Morrell, there's no one else out there for him to beat. He's cleared out the division. Once you clear out the division, you've solidified yourself as the best. So even if you drop the belts, everybody knows you're better than everybody because you beat everybody. So the belts don't mean as much at that point. But you have to get to that point for them not to mean anything. And the only way to do it is like Canelo at 168. There's only one champion he never beat, and that was Benavidez. However, Benavidez lost the belt twice. Once to cocaine, once to overweight on the scale. So that's not Canelo's fault. That's Benavidez's fault. He beat champion after champion after champion. Cleared them out to solidify himself as number one. Again, if he beats Morrell, if he beats Benavidez, then there's no more argument. He's greater than the belts. Any one-on-one sport, that happens. That's all I really got to say.
Already. I appreciate you, Tony. Take it easy, bro. We'll catch you next time, fam.
Yeah, have a good night, and thanks for letting me.
Always welcome. Tony Reviews. Mastermind, talk to me. Give your last words, man.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just want to say this: how belts cannot matter, right? If Tank Davis say, "Oh, you know what? I'm gonna fight Devin Haney," he knock him out, and when he knock him out, he say, "You can have these belts because I'm the face of boxing. I don't want no sanctioning fees. I don't want no mandatories. But who's next?" I think that's how you could be bigger than the belts. If he knocks out Devin Haney and win the undisputed, and then tell him right there in the ring, "Listen, I don't even want these belts. I just want to show you I was better than you, and I'm the best fighter in the world. Who's next?" That's when you could take control of your own destiny and show that the belts don't mean nothing. It's who the fighter is. If fighters could do stuff like that. And, hey, I appreciate it, man. Great show.
Already, bro. I appreciate you coming up, man. Always, man. All right, let me go to Jay Chestnut. I'm saving Dub and Rollo for last because me and Rollo got a debate on Wednesday, so I let him talk a little shit to me before we get ready to wrap it up. Go ahead, Jay Chestnut, talk to me, bro.
All right, man. Appreciate you for letting me for having me on. I'm trying to think, man. Honestly, bro, like I gotta say, man. Everybody say like with it being a one-on-one sport, but let's just keep it a buck, man. Boxing is really the only sport, like combat sport, because we only got the UFC really that matter, right? Where the belts don't matter. You get what I'm saying? And my thing is, I think it's just too many belts in boxing. Like we got too many fucking belts in boxing. So my solution is one that's probably not a realistic one, if I'm being completely honest, because it's one that involves like if we had one belt, then it would be less confusion in boxing because everybody is angling towards the same goal. The problem in boxing is that promoters will move their fighters based on who's in what ranking systems and what champions sit on the top of those ranking systems. So like I don't know that the problem gonna get fixed anytime soon besides just fans demand, but if we got, like you said, if we got fanboys out here that's gonna buy and support their fighter regardless of who they fight, and then that's gonna try to back that up, then we got an issue that's not gonna be able to be solved. But my solution would be to honestly just if we could get to a point where, which I know ain't gonna happen, to where belts, you get one belt per division, that helps. But other than that, nah, bro. But appreciate you having me on, bro.
I appreciate you coming up, man. You're always welcome, man. Home school is going well, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, bro.
All right, man. I'll holler at you. All right, Jay Nori, talk to me, bro.
Salute to you, KO, on the panel. This is a great cook tonight. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet, man. Like I said, like I always say, this is gonna be my new phrase. And you change the names, and everything changes, man. I know you guys don't believe in the belts, or some people do believe in the belts. At the end of the day, boxing is about leverage and it's about doing your job. I'm tired of these fighters trying to compare themselves to Mayweather. You're not him. Some of y'all will never even be close to Mayweather, who Mayweather was in his first 5 years of boxing. None of you are him. Out of all the fighters at 135, the only one I would say even has a classic fight is Tank. Tank versus De La Cruz. I mean, not De La Cruz. Tank versus what's his name? Old boy he brought up from 126. That he knocked down in the seventh
Santa
round.
Cruz, Leo Santa Cruz.
Leo Santa Cruz. That's his only classic fight out of all the 135 fighters. He's the only one that has one. The rest of you guys, all y'all got is showcase fights. Showcase fights. Y'all ain't fought nobody. Stop talking like y'all done did something because you got this belt that somebody lined up and you fought this champion who was under, got a little longer the tooth and whatnot. Y'all gotta fight. Y'all gotta fight. And these fan bases, man, y'all gotta stop flip flopping because you like this guy or you see him. You went to one of his fights. You're like, stop it, man. Stop it. Let them fight. If they lose, okay, we go to the next one. And I'm gonna leave it right there.
Already, bro. I appreciate you, Jay Nori. Take it easy, bro. My brother Jay Dick says, question was the fight that made y'all fall in love with boxing a title fight? Yes, bro. I believe it was. I was 11 years old. It was the Mike Tyson Holyfield fight. It's crazy. Like my first experience with boxing. Maybe that's why I like petty shit and shit talking and crazy ass shit. People going back and forth and slapping each other at the press conference. Cause my very first encounter with boxing was when Tyson bit motherfucking Holyfield ear off, bro. I was 11 years old. That's the first time I remember watching boxing. But was it a title fight? Were they fighting for titles in '97? Yeah. So then, J.A. But that's what made me, latch on to boxing, bro. I was 11 years old. Fucking Holyfield, Tyson. It was the second fight. I didn't watch the first one. My mom and them wouldn't let me watch the first one. But then they had a party for the second one again, and I just cried and cried and cried. They let me stay up and let me watch that motherfucker. So yeah, that was my one. But let me go to Smoke. Smoke, give your last word, bro.
Hey, what's up, man? So yeah, that fight, Bivol better beef. It needs more pressure put on it. Sometimes the fights are bigger than belts, but this fight has other belts on the line anyway. So, like I said, I don't even think this is an example of that. I think this is an example of the WBC doing some other shit like the WBC is prone to do these days. But yeah, the other part of having a classic fight at 135, I think there's Haney and Loma is probably the one, right? Like it's a step up, it's a legacy fight for both guys. It's Loma's the most proven guy, and Haney's would be the most. He is the most proven guy on Haney's resume, and this will be the first time that Loma actually fought for undisputed, like the goal of his entire career. So I think for both guys, it's like kind of a legacy fight. And then just the last point, Santa Cruz and Tank was at 130. Like I get that the 135 title was on the line, but Santa Cruz never fought at 135. They both were at the 130 limit for Santa Cruz's title, which was the actual recognized title. I see it is a classic fight for me, but it's a classic fight at 130, not 135. I can't wait to hear this cook session you're about to do for these debates. Thanks for having me, and keep the fucking pressure on, man.
Already, bro. Appreciate you, Smoke. Take it easy, man.
Peace.
All right, peace out. All right, Rollo, man. We got a good old sparring session on Wednesday night, man. I sent you the email. I hope you got it.
I got it.
Okay, all right, yeah. Send me back the topics at your early convenience tomorrow. I need them by tomorrow, so I have time to.
Send them tonight.
Go ahead and let.
I think just
okay,
the
all
point.
right, man. What you doing, man? You gonna cook me, man? What we doing, bro?
Yeah, man. I got a cake bake for you, man. Most definitely, man, because you do a lot of biased favoritism towards Tank, man. You ain't holding the standards towards Tank as you holding to everybody else. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Just the fact that you saying that after the Haney and Loma fight, Tank got to fight them. That proves that the belts is something, because you don't want him to fight the guy without the belts. Loma got 2 losses, so why would you want him to fight Loma? Because Loma will be undisputed if he wins. That's why the belts mean something, right? You see how I just backed you in the corner right there?
You think you back me in the corner? That's cute.
Yeah, because you said
That's
the winner
cute.
of the Loma fight, Tank got to fight. Why though? Loma
Hey,
got 2
Rollo.
losses already.
Hey, that's
Rollo.
cute.
Rollo.
I really, bro.
Hold
I
on,
say this.
hold on,
Hold on.
KO.
I'm gonna let you go right side. I say this in all seriousness, bro. I really hope that's not it, bro. Like I sincerely,
I mean, that's just
I
a little taste,
I
but that's
sincerely
proof the
hope
belts matter.
that that's
Because
not it, bro. But go ahead,
because you,
right side.
Hey, Rollo, hold on to all that. Hold on to all of that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I save it
Hey,
for him.
save all of that.
Hold on to
You
that.
like that? You
But
like
make
that
sure
dub
you
though,
have.
didn't you?
Save
Hold on
all
to
of that.
that. But make sure you got a lot more.
Hey,
Okay.
you like how I put him in the
Hold on to that.
headlock with his own
But
shit,
make
huh,
sure
Dub?
you got a lot more, bro. Like hold on to that. But make sure you got a whole hell of a lot more. And
I
make sure
got a
your
lot.
delivery is on point. Make sure you ready to rumble, bro. I'm not coming to play, man. I'm just, I'm laid
What you say?
back. I'm
8:30.
cool. I'm not coming 8:30 p.m. Central Time. I'm
Okay.
not coming to play, man. I just send me the questions. I'll be ready, bro. I'll be ready. But I salute to you. Rollo is doing what a lot of people won't do. He coming up here. He say he won't smoke, and he coming to get it. So Rollo, salute to you. It's much respect and much love after the debate. But during the debate, I am trying to whoop your ass, man.
Well, you're gonna need about 20 more years of experience in boxing, boy, to get with this.
I got you, OG. Well, look, man, I appreciate you. I see you Wednesday night, and I look forward to them questions. Okay.
All right, thanks for having me on, man.
All right, man. Peace out, Rollo. All right, right side. We got us one, man. We got us a debate on Wednesday night. Should be fun, man.
Hey, man,
Go ahead and give your last words, man. Let them know what's up.
hey, man, I see where my brother
And
Rollo is
give
going.
Rollo any advice that you have for him too.
No, I'm just gonna say I see where my brother is going. I'm gonna say I see it, but you're gonna have to develop a few more points. So I look forward. That's why I say hold it, hold on to what you got, and because I'm sure, and it's gonna be interesting. Pick your questions wisely. I always tell everybody, pick your questions wisely. That's very key to the debate. So, man, but hey,
watch the words you use in the question.
Please pick the question. Read. After you formulate the questions, go look up the words in the questions that you're using. like make sure when you just be careful. All right, I'm done with that. That's what I always say. We will be doing the after show on Wednesday, man. We're not going live tonight, but at the same time, man, great show, KO, man. You're doing your thing as always, man. I appreciate the
Best dad
conversation.
ever. Let them know Team Tank in the building Wednesday night. Best dad ever. We coming to cook something. Hey, best dad ever. Go over to the Rise Podcast. Let them know we over here cooking something Wednesday night, man. And if y'all think I'm playing, bro, go look at my last one. That's how I'm coming every time. So shit.
Hey, after Rollo, man, after his debate, man, you got to wrench him up, man. You got to get him. You got to get right in there, man. Because I ain't mad at him. He came in with some good energy tonight. I like what he
came
came
up
with.
Right now. I got him right now. There you go. He just dropped the comment. He the homie, bro.
But yeah, man, KO, man, much love to you, my brother. Shout out to Miss KO as always, man, for doing the people, or for allowing us to have your time. And once again, as always, KO, you doing the people's work, talking this good boxing talk over here. We need it, we deserve it, and I appreciate you pushing it the way you do. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Hell of a job. As far as keeping the conversation going, continuously talking boxing, always being supportive, man. To content creators, that shit means a lot. So appreciate everybody, man. And man, we'll do it again. Y'all know what it is. Y'all come follow me over at Dub Right Side.
All right, bro. Peace out, man. I appreciate it. Look, man, I appreciate everybody that came through in the super chat, cash app, hitting the like button. You know what I'm saying? Hopping on the panel. Appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. Hit the like button before you leave. Shout out to Miss KO, Miss Knockout Boxing 86 TV, J.A. Dixon, J.D., Cut West, Best Dad Ever, Xena 360, Jimmy the Bully came through sliding late, challenging me to a debate, but you don't want no smoke for real, bro. Just let me know. Big Ray, what up? JT, Buddy Gibson. We got Rollo in the building. My opponent for Wednesday night, man. You know it's boxing. It's gonna be fun. I hate to do my elders like this and shit, man. I really do, bro. But I don't at the same time. I hate to do my elders like this, but I really don't though. At the same time, I don't. I love this shit, man. I love this shit. This shit gonna be fun, man. But y'all be sure to tune in Wednesday night. We got us another one, man. Another banger coming to you, bro. We back in live in full effect, man. Shout out Pop with the Drop, J.A. Dixon, man, Thomas Hill, Bullet Gibson, H Entertainment, Kevin Abenset, Teach, Zenith 360, Kenneth Young, Don Dada, everybody that came through, man, showed up and showed Black Boxing Kings, whatchamacallit, George Curry, every last one of y'all, bro. I appreciate y'all, man. And yeah, you know, we're gonna have fun on Wednesday night, man. Y'all be sure to tune in. TKO Debate Series. We getting it back popping on Wednesday. I told y'all, man, we trying to take boxing talk to the new level. So please subscribe if you haven't already. Share this live if you haven't already. Let everybody know when we're going live. Check out the content we dropped today. We got prediction videos coming left and right for the members this week. We didn't have a whole lot going on last week, so we just dropped it to everybody. But my members, I ain't forgot about you. We got prediction videos coming for you just this week alone. So y'all be sure to tune in for that. Edgar Chavez, peace out, bro. We out of here, man. Oh, Fennel, let me get you right, bro. You missed the whole live. That's all right, bro. Come back, you know, catch the playback, and you got a wrench next time you back, bro. I send you over in the homie in the brother BF chat. You know, that's my bro. So anybody that's cool with him, cool with me, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. And with that, we out of here. Peace out, y'all. See y'all soon.